dfcradio.com.
And we're live.
We live, baby.
And
hello,
back
hello. Yeah.
for another great episode. Episode 7. We are the plug.
The 7 already?
Your
Welcome to heaven.
7.
Wow.
That was corny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Welcome.
Well, it's gonna be a pretty corny episode.
Oh, fuck.
What?
No, but we're the plug, your gaming source. We connect you to the games that you love, and we share our passion for gaming on DFC Radio Network, dfcradio.com.
Yep.
We got a great show lined up for you, but let's get into it. Introduce the cast. Across from me, I got Big Games James.
Yeah. So what's up, everybody? What's going on?
How you
Hey,
feeling
James.
tonight, player?
Yeah, I'm all right. You know, a little tired, but I'm going to work through it, you know. We got to grind for the viewers.
We grind for them every day.
how
Only
we
if
do
they
it.
knew.
You brave soul.
I know, right?
Brave soul. And to my
Crazy.
left, Sam, how are you feeling, player?
Oh, I'm doing good. Actually, I had today off.
Fuck you.
I was the grind for me was hitting my games.
Oh, sorry, I had to do it. Yeah.
No, hate all you want. I woke up at the crack of noon.
Oh, fuck.
There he is.
I played some video games.
Well, there you go.
Took care of my pets, and then I played some video games. It's a pretty good day.
That's a day.
I just don't like you today.
It's okay.
And
That'll be me on Saturday, is hitting that grind hard.
There you go.
Rocky.
Hello.
What up or what up?
OG Death Dealer.
Shit,
What
man.
up?
I'm good, man. How you guys doing?
Hey,
Doing
Great. We're here
yeah.
doing the show.
That's the fun part of
we're
it.
gonna
it. We made it.
do. Absolutely. What about some games we've been playing, guys? What you gaming on, James?
I started playing that Viking, I think it's Wolf Among Us is called, or something like that. I don't remember the second part of the name, but it's the second Vikings game. If you don't remember the first one on 360.
Vikings,
It was decent.
yeah.
That's why I bought the second one, even though it got crappy reviews. I'm giving it a try, and it's not half bad.
I
Okay.
like the first
All
one.
right.
Yeah. So did I.
You got it at a discounted
Oh, yeah.
rate.
Good old GameFly gave it to me for $10, and I cannot beat that. So,
GameFly.
Is it better than the first one?
no.
Oh,
Don't even go that far.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You take
don't go
those
that far.
words
Okay.
back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Cool
good.
game.
It's good.
It is good for $10.
All right.
Okay, I'll feel
That
I'll
doesn't
feel-
entice me.
Actually, I think it came out when it came out. It was only like $49 or $39 anyway, so
Okay, so
it wasn't a $60 title.
Okay,
That's good.
cool. But the first one was.
Oh yeah,
So they went from like
Mhm.
maybe they knew,
the first one was really good though.
but maybe they knew.
Oh, yeah.
They-
they were
Shut
good.
up. Hey, we
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
game at least.
Yeah, right.
We got something for you.
You're right. Exactly. And Rocky, what about you, player? What you been gaming on?
Shoot, I just picked up that Neo. You convinced me to play it, man, and
Well, that's
is
good that
a
you picked it up.
tough game,
I
man.
know.
He underestimated
That
it.
is a
That shit was
tough
hard.
game. Literally, when I first started, dude, I was like, die.
Yeah, I think the
Beat the
problem.
first guy, the runt.
Yeah,
Got upstairs, die.
yeah.
Dickhead.
I know.
It
the
was
part you're talking
ridiculous.
about.
Oh my god, man.
When
So
you
good.
when you asked me about that game and its difficulty, you were like, "Is it as hard as Dark Souls?" And I was like, "No."
So Dark Souls is harder than that.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like it's in its own category.
It's a terrible
And
game.
thinking about it,
Dark Souls,
you
even
shouldn't
like
have
the
said,
runs can
"Is
just
it?"
take you out.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said, "Is it as hard as Dark Souls?" Because I would have just said no, anyways. Like it's automatic. No.
Don't get me wrong, man, because I love the game. I'm working it now, but man, like I've never played anything like this.
Right.
I can't even.
It makes you have your approach. It has to
Yeah.
be way more strategic, but they give you the
It's
tools
the
to do so.
stamina bar, dog. I did not get that until it
Yeah.
took me like 6 deaths to really understand. Okay, I'm like I couldn't move
Yeah,
at
you're
a
gassing
certain
your
point.
guy out.
Yeah, and I was
Right.
like, oh, okay.
And stamina, it's
Right,
always
every
so
move
iffy, like
is-
what games, like what affects your stamina in games. Sometimes it's sprinting, sometimes it's dive rolling. Like you're never
Well,
sure
everything.
until
all
you
those,
figure it out.
do
all those
blocking.
accumulate,
Yeah.
just like in Dark
Well,
Souls.
yeah,
to
those
take
it
up your
just-
stamina bar. But the trick to
Whoa.
those is generally figuring out your attacks
Yeah.
and doing a count. You know,
See-
I can get away with X amount of attacks before I gas out to
Yeah.
enough where I can evade with a roll.
You see that's what I'm saying. You gotta always pay attention to that last
Yeah.
swing for
Right.
a roll, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta pay attention to that.
It's
But I
very
mean,
important.
Always
And you're
gotta
like,
say like
and you
the
know,
last little bit.
and you
Yeah.
know that you don't need the entirety of the value that it says it costs. You
Yeah.
just need a little bit to
Yeah.
initiate the roll, right?
Yeah.
So if you could
even
pretty
that little
much
short step
pick
back is
one.
worth
right,
it, man.
exactly.
Oh my
right.
god,
you know,
man.
it's just
It is so intense.
you could
though,
use it
man.
all up, but that last sliver, you need at least that sliver to
Yeah.
initiate some sort of evasive maneuver, and it's so
The
important.
axe, though, dog.
Oh, is that what you chose?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, no, I chose the
Katana.
no, I chose the
The
Shit, okay.
spirit, like
no, it's the chain and ball with the sickle.
Mace.
I haven't
Oh,
got
yeah.
that yet. I haven't got.
No,
that
you
yet.
said you choose that in the beginning. It's like you choose.
I forgot what the name was,
It's
but-
Oh,
called
Neo?
like a it's like called a
Like your beginning weapon.
but no.
Well, yeah.
The
It
name
has a
of the
name for that
style.
chain and
yeah,
ball.
the weapon
It's a
itself.
ball with
I
a
didn't-
chain and a.
I haven't
sickle.
ran into that
That's what
weapon
it is.
yet.
Oh.
I've only ran
If
into
you
the-
don't choose it, you don't start out with it. You you get to choose an initial weapon set and then a secondary weapon set.
That's cool though.
Secondary.
What?
You didn't pay attention in the first part. You just hit X a bunch of times.
Yeah.
No, I did. there was nothing to press X at.
In the beginning of the game, you get to choose
That's what she said.
a weapon set. So you
Are you talking about Dark Souls or Neo?
Neo?
Oh my god! Well, I chose the axe.
He's
and
all.
Yeah. So
Sounds
exactly.
like you're
So
having
if
a good
you
time with it, though.
You can choose an axe, a sword.
I'm playing with a sword, an axe. I got a spear and everything.
You can get any of the weapons, but you specialize in one, and you choose that, and that's the weapon you start out with.
Oh, so I started off
Okay.
with a sword then.
Okay, exactly. So you just hit X right through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and passed right
And
through
now you're the sword
And
master.
now I'm going to start over.
Yeah, so
Now I need to
you
reset the
get to
game.
choose from like 8 or 9 different weapons,
Okay.
and then it dictates the
I
style
was
of play.
wilding then.
Do you know? Then I have to ask you this: do you know about the stance change?
Yeah, I know about
Okay.
that.
Then you know enough about the game to play it and be
Oh
effective.
shit! I'm working fools now, dog.
Then you know enough to
Like-
be effective. But in the beginning, maybe you pass through it. Sometimes that happens when people just fly through, eager to play the game. You just fly through the beginning stage, but there's actually like a couple customization points.
Oh, okay. See, I played myself. I wasn't even paying attention to that.
That's
I
funny.
mean, the sword is a great start off. Like I said, you can play with all the weapons.
Well,
It doesn't
yeah.
You'd rather have a
restrict you.
sickle?
Yeah.
I used the sword, but once I got that axe, man, I'm
I'm gonna look up the name.
I'm
of it
in
right
there,
now.
dog.
I'm just not
I don't think
proficient.
it's sickle either.
It's in America. It's sickle, ball, and chain.
yeah. Ball and chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball and chain sickle.
Yeah.
They
sure.
call those
something.
Scorpion.
It's fine.
That's
We're good.
funny though. Dutch
a mace,
and I were
right?
talking before.
That's
like,
what. Yeah.
when you're just hitting on a story and then you start to phase out of it and then you're just like mashing through all the
You know,
all the
see, this is what it was when I saw the like the setup. I just thought, you selected. I didn't know you had to like go through.
It's just a specialized weapon.
Yeah, I played myself on that one.
happens.
I'm gonna start, but I mean, I'm not, actually I'm pretty far. I think I'm just gonna run with it for a little bit.
You'll
Just to
probably
see.
reset it.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted a weapon.
No, I mean, I like. I
You
got
can get
the
any of
weapons.
them.
Yeah,
It
I
just
got
gives
'em.
you extra attributes in those initial.
And I
ones.
noticed that like when I use the sword, like I get like a health plus like times 15 and stuff. So that makes sense.
For the sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the added attribute from the beginning.
Yeah.
So-
And how
And,
did you-
like most of them have like 2 attributes, but like the sword has like 3 or 4.
And how did you get your hands on that game again?
I got the summer swap deal at
Summer
GameStop.
swap, yeah.
Shoot the check, GameStop.
How often are you
Shoot
swapping
the
games on that? You just like give me 2-3 days.
This is like the
and then send
13th
them out?
game I've seen him have in the past month. Not even a month.
Because I'm playing
Yeah.
stuff, dog. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Sir,
games-
weren't you here an hour ago?
I know.
It took me like 20 minutes to get home, turn the game on, fuck it.
I get my money's worth.
It was trash.
Hey, I'm genuinely just taking advantage of this, like playing
That's
everything I
smart.
want
That's
to
a
play,
good
and then
idea.
the stuff that I want, I'm
I think
picking up.
that's the idea.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's sweet. I'm loving it. I won't lie, man. But thank you, Dutch, for the Neo
Yeah,
suggestion.
I think
dog. That
everybody
is-
should get on that. It's on the. This was actually supposed to wait till our news section, but Defiant Honor Neo DLC comes out today or tomorrow. It's this week. It's out already.
Oh,
maybe.
it's out. I saw it.
It's out.
Yeah, it's out.
It's out
I
on
saw
Tuesday.
that.
So
It is out.
that's right.
You got some catching up to do first, though.
Yeah,
So
well, I
it's-
mean, I gotta play it
so-
before I even think about all that. But it is just wild, man.
So-
oh my God. Never played nothing like it.
That's happening too. So it works out, and it's called the Kusarigama. Kusarigama. It's
I like
sickle,
ball and chain.
sickle chain connected to it to a ball, a
Yeah.
weighted
Yeah.
ball.
Spike
you
ball,
just
something like that.
Now it's just a straight piece of steel.
So there's
Kill
no spikes
Bills.
on it?
Yo,
No.
can you toss that thing?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Ooh.
You're
like
the
a
guy,
whip.
yeah, and you like wrap it around your neck and throw it. You know what I mean?
What?
Like-
You have like a
Yeah.
sharp edge and a heavy edge, and they're
Right.
attached to a giant chain.
I was tripping
That's
off
what it
his
is.
moves. It's like they real fluent, dog. Like they really set it up
Yeah,
sweet.
the
No,
Kusarigama.
you're gonna get like straight
and
Jackie
play.
Chan in Shanghai Noon. And
Exactly.
just-
I need
Yeah,
to
when
play
he's
this
like,
now.
and
Oh,
he
yeah.
spins it around his foot. He spins it around his foot,
And then
and
throw
then
tosses it.
you
it
already know
out,
the
yeah.
scene. You know the scene I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're
Everybody
talking about.
does.
It was a
And if you
what's
don't?
it called though?
That's the name of it.
A
I mean, his was a rope and a horseshoe, but
yeah,
same
yeah.
game.
There we go.
Nonetheless,
He made
But, I
it.
mean, I've seen him use the real thing too. You know.
I had
But
an
Neo-
awkward
Shaolin
character
Knights.
change.
Neo's definitely a great game.
Yeah,
Nice.
Definitely a good
Yeah.
pickup. I think it's on sale now.
it was.
It was.
Yeah, man, that's worth full price, dude. Especially if you want something that is just ridiculous and
How
you
much
gotta
does it
really
use though?
work
It's
at
like
it.
still 54.
Honestly,
You don't even know because you guys. Like,
Yeah,
here,
you know,
give
I
me
just
that.
just give me my game.
Just play the
I
swaps.
paid for
Yeah.
the
Don't
summer
talk to
swap.
me.
Give me my game, and no, I
It
don't
only
wanna
costs
pre-order
the summer
anything.
swap, James, and then you can play
I
as
think
long
this
as you
game
want.
ruined my
not-
summer swap though. It really
too late
ruined
for
it.
You're gonna
It's
keep
the
it.
special.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
He found the keeper.
The day before, that's what you go swap back.
That's probably the best deal that you could get too.
Just
For
put it on
value,
hold
like
for 30
money, like,
days.
value.
Man, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know.
a great
Let's
game.
not even get
Yeah,
too much
it's a
into
great
this.
game.
It is
We can
just-
talk more about it. We can we can review the DLC next week.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Yeah.
going
There you
to.
go.
I'm going to.
You
Dude,
could
I'll get a
YouTube
good
it
look
up.
at this game.
Get a tutorial going.
I had
me-
a same but different kind of
frustrating.
character picking recently
Mm.
because I was playing. Well, I know we all signed up for it, and I'm stoked to get on Paths of Exile.
You bastard.
I know,
How
but
did
I got
you
the
get
beta
yours
key.
I don't even
already?
want you to talk
I don't know.
about
They
it.
emailed me
let
this
me check
afternoon
it
while
out.
I
I'm
was
pretty
doing
sure I
nothing
got
but
it.
gaming.
Me and
I'm
Dustin
not
get
sure
it.
how I'm not sure how that worked out because
Oh, I just got it just now, literally. That's hilarious.
Oh, look at that!
You've been awarded.
Check it out! Check it out! We
Now I
might
gotta
be
look at my
tonight.
phone.
He's
Well,
lying.
Look,
I was,
beta key, you just been awarded the beta
bastards.
key.
Nice, A Rock. I'll
This
see
is
you on
for all
there.
my haters out there.
How come I didn't get one?
Yeah.
Because
I don't
I'm
know.
better than all. No, I'm just playing.
Let me tell you guys, because I went in and I was picking like my first character, and they've got 6 for you to choose from.
I got it.
Nice,
Oh.
nice. But they don't tell you. They don't tell you anything about these characters. You pick.
You
you
had
just
to get it, James.
You get like
had
a
to.
little bit of
You did?
backstory.
No, I did. Yeah, I really did.
You know,
at
what?
217.
I showed all you guys.
Get it.
And I was the first one to
You
sign
had
for
to
it.
get it. Just check your shit.
I checked it like
Check
4
your
times,
shizzle,
yo.
bro.
Look,
You probably deleted
you
it.
can catch
No, I
up.
didn't.
Check your trash.
Anyways,
It's in
that's what we do here on the plug. Path
Yeah.
of Exile.
Sign
we
up
just
for
got it.
betas.
Just sign up for the betas. We just got them right now. I just got my beta key.
Was that Slick
If
Deals
you're
again?
lucky.
I guess if you're lucky, because maybe James didn't get one, but he probably did. I have a feeling that he did, and he just hasn't seen it yet because I thought the same, but it was there.
Well,
Well,
I
I
just
mean-
I hope you guys pick characters lucky because like
Keep on
seriously,
refreshing.
usually you
Okay.
go pick your character type. It tells you like what their abilities are and shit. This game it tells you like some weird backstory. I'm not telling you guys anything. I'm just
Well,
saying
it's
like,
Path of Exile. I'm
yeah,
feeling
but
that,
you
yeah.
know nothing about the character except for their class, which is like Templar, the
Nice.
Shadows, the Witch.
Pretty
Right.
sure you get to learn it,
Like-
so that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and the passives like chart to build is so huge it doesn't fit on the screen.
Damn.
Yeah, it's monstrous. I was like overwhelmed at first. It was like you got your first level, pick an
Oh.
ability point, and then I go back and there's this sea like it was bigger than that corn maze of just shit everywhere of things you can upgrade.
I'm gonna sign up for it again.
It won't allow you. I already tried.
Damn.
Well, because maybe
James,
I
just
accidentally
don't
did.
Congratulations, you played
your
yourself.
trash.
I don't know.
I actually have been partaking in Until Dawn, which was
Ooh.
free on the PlayStation Network if
Yeah,
you
it
had
was.
PlayStation Plus, and that game that's an interesting game. Plays more like a movie. It's
Yeah,
like
well, I was watching you
it's
stream.
like,
You were streaming, right?
no, I don't know if I streamed that.
Somebody was streaming.
I might have streamed that for a little bit, but I made
You were.
we have a YouTube video of it. It's the first like 15 minutes. It's It's the idea of the video is to draw someone in. It's
Build the suspense.
It's oh my god, suspense, drama, drama, horror. Like I don't even know. It's everything, and then it's a game.
What's a drummer whore?
It's like
A drummer.
Oh my god!
A drummer whore.
Oh my god!
That's the girl you meet in high school.
Yeah.
That takes
she got
everybody
the
behind.
Stop,
No.
dog. Stop it.
she got the
No,
beat.
it's like a movie. It doesn't fall into the categories of games. It falls in the categories of movies.
like the
it's
Breakfast
a drama,
Club horror
Survivor. Yeah, exactly. Whereas
Yeah.
you're right, it is like that.
Kinda like
and you're making all the decisions.
No, Peter, don't leave.
You make all the decisions. I have a snippet on our YouTube channel of showing some of those decision making early on. It's actually how the game introduces you to the mechanics of the game and
Got a
the
little
style of
snippet
game.
on Instagram too.
And
yeah.
it's just like you can keep playing it over and over.
No, it always
No.
progresses. That's the
Yeah.
thing. You always progress through it, and then you just affect.
You can change the
everybody else.
storyline too,
Yeah.
so you can play
Yeah.
it multiple times.
Right.
That's okay. So that's what I
Right,
meant.
yeah,
'Cause
you
that's
can
how my
change
friend
the
was doing. Was they were trying to
yeah.
hit like there's like what 256 possible storylines.
Right. Exactly. But it
I don't
says,
know.
but it
Something like
technically
that.
will change it slightly, even though
Yeah.
if it's just
Just by your selections. you
someone
make.
else
wow.
showing up and someone else not showing up or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's can be a very minor change that gives that saves someone's life or something.
Well, kills them all.
decide.
Or
They're all dead.
You all die. Yeah, and then you're like, what just happened? Like, how did they allow
Yeah, check
this?
it out.
Man, I don't get them games like Alan Wake and stuff. I just don't
It
get
is
it.
an Alan Wake. Yeah,
Yeah,
Alan Wake. Like,
yeah.
dude, that was a great game.
I hear that, but I just can't get into them personally. It's just I don't get it. It's like
Yeah, I
don't-
mean, no, that's the right.
That weird mashup between movie and video game.
because
like it's more interactive
to me it's
story.
like
It's an interactive story.
Yeah.
I wanna be
You can
able
sit
to
back
like
and
control my
relax kind of and
character.
play it.
Yeah.
You guys ever what was that other one on PlayStation with the hand gestures? Something Swan.
I don't know.
See, we're lost.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a very interesting game.
Was it whack?
No, it wasn't whack at all. It was actually I think
For PlayStation,
no, it was PlayStation 3.
was it?
And it's like based
eye?
off of
The
like
PlayStation
doing-
Move.
No,
Or no,
it
the
was
eye.
before that. It was just the controller with it, and it was like how you would arrange it and stuff. It was a 6-axis deal,
Cool.
and
Gimmicky.
it was all about. It was literally like you woke up randomly in someone's house. You were a woman in someone's family, but you didn't know. You just woke up, and it was like you were in someone else's body. And it goes through it goes through these decision makings. But that's the point of it. It's like it's gotta be they gotta like
Amnesia.
if you just woke up in your own house, like what decisions would there to be made? You know what I mean?
I
Like
take a
you gotta
shit?
wake up in someone else's house. Then it makes it confusing. You know what I mean? Like that's
Oh my god.
that's how the okay. Well, Until Dawn, for instance, what the hell would you be doing out in some abandoned snow cabin that
Wasn't abandoned.
supposedly somebody owns that no one's ever visited though?
What's
Drugs.
this little stone on the ground? Oh, it's vital.
No, they're playing a prank on somebody to make out with another person. No, that's what that's what it is.
It wasn't
Like,
drugs.
what?
Walk.
Exactly.
That's what I get from
it doesn't
that.
make any sense. Is my point. And you don't care if it makes sense when you're watching it.
Okay.
You're only questioning it
It
because
is
I'm
visually
saying it.
pleasing.
But that's like most horror movies too. Is like so. It's
What
a
the
bunch of
fuck are
kids.
you doing?
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
Walk away from there. It's that easy.
Why are you
Just go
walking
that way,
towards it?
5 feet, and that would never.
Why do you want to know what the dude looks like?
Is that a trail
Keep
of
going.
blood? I think we should follow
But
it.
I thought I swear I knew him.
Let's hide behind the chains instead of going the driving car.
Let's go in this garage with all the machetes and
weapons.
knives.
You seen the commercial too? Wasn't it like a Geico
Yeah.
commercial?
Chick that weighs 90 pounds in there with all those weapons just in case somebody runs in there aggressive.
Right.
Wow.
Well,
Oh yeah, I also played some Pokemon Go. That's gonna be coming up, but
Boo.
ooh.
well.
Hey, they made
we're
up
gonna get
for
that.
it a little bit.
We're gonna get
It
into that
fell
in our
off
next
for me.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's in general. It did for me too.
I got me an
but we have some,
Articuno, though.
some
Oh, did you?
news.
Damn right.
Okay.
You're out there like that?
They just released them.
I know.
Like how'd
He
you
be
catch
Where'd
looking
you
it?
get
for
'em?
him.
Like it was just
I
at your
got-
house or something?
No,
Or
no,
you have
no.
to
They're
go
like
walk?
they're the 5-star raid boss, so they're the hardest raid boss, and
Oh.
it takes like 10 plus people at least to beat it.
But you live right where they do the raid at.
Well, they do the raids all over. So the one I did was like a few blocks from me. I had some friends that met me on their bikes, and I was on my skateboard, and then we hit it, and there was like 5 other people there waiting for enough people to beat it, and then we waited a little longer. More people showed up.
Beat him,
Defeated.
Sammy.
I caught one before too on Game Boy.
Ooh, I caught plenty on Game Boy.
Years ago.
Which is the one
But
I
now
enjoy.
I got one on my phone
Shit. That you can do nothing with.
that I can battle a gym with, but I can't leave it in a gym.
What nickname did you give him?
But is,
Articuno so far.
Oh, you didn't give him a
but
nickname.
that's actually good because see, we tried to get the Pokédex the whole time on our Game Boys, right? That's the whole
Yeah.
point, right?
Yep.
Well, he actually, that's one thing about Pokemon Go that you're kind of like, okay, because I mean, technically, yeah, that's
Can't
what
even
he's got.
trade. You gotta catch
He's
him.
got, he's got a Pokédex.
Pokédex.
You know,
Like a Pokédex looking.
that's all I'm saying, though. That's all I'm saying. That's
I
what,
was really into
you,
it heavy.
you,
I remember.
you wanted to collect
And
them
I told
all,
you they
and that's
revamped
what
the
that
game.
allows you to do it.
And the revampings have been better, and then the raids.
Until
and
I
then, so
can
it's
like
progressively
battle
building
somebody,
stuff.
I'm not.
I
really,
can't wait.
Well,
for
it's
that.
not all good. It's not all good coming out of the
Yeah.
Pokemon Go. We're
It's
gonna get
progressive.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
we're gonna
like
get into
insurance.
we're gonna get into that in the next segment.
Yes.
But right now,
Right now.
you guys want to introduce some gaming deals before we go to the break?
I got a whole list.
He's got a whole
I
list.
got a whole list, guys.
A list of games.
Some
List
deals
of games.
for your thrill.
Yes. Yes.
We're in unison over
I
here.
know, right? From the Microsoft Store, which is not like on actual Xbox. If you go to the store on their website,
Ooh.
they had 3 deals.
Trace.
2 of them were good. One of them, don't waste your time unless you want to pay $8 for a game that's almost 2 years old, which is Madden 16.
Trash.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Which they're all
just play
$8.
Yeah, just
Yeah, they have
the new
Elder
one.
Scrolls Online, so if you want to get a taste of that, so you can see how, the new ones will be,
Yeah.
which are still online. Morrowind. And Transformers, which I would definitely suggest if you don't own
yeah, I
it.
saw that
one.
got
Get
I
too,
think I
yeah.
just found a transformer.
Yeah. Marky Mark.
I gotta bring
Um,
my buddy in here to do some voices for us.
Then we got Diablo, guys. If you haven't played it, I feel bad for you, first off. Second off, it's going to be free to play this weekend on your Xbox from the 27th to the 31st, which is cool.
That's one of those free play
Free play.
weekends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And PlayStation's doing their own, too, with Just Cause 3 the same weekend.
I have a question
going
about
nuts.
Diablo,
Yeah.
the free weekend. Do you know if the new class is
No,
free?
I'm pretty
No,
sure. They
it's
didn't
not
say
gonna be
anything about
free.
that, so I don't think so.
Bastards. I
This
feel
is
like
how they're gonna sell the new class.
is get a free weekend on it. I would think.
I mean, we got that. And the last one is what they have for right here for your games for gold. August 1st, you got Slimer Rancher, which is an Xbox One game. I don't know anything about it.
Actually, we played that
We
at
did?
E3.
I tried it.
At
What?
E3 last year.
Was I paying
years
attention?
ago. Yeah, it was right next to Cuphead.
Yeah.
And I played it?
Yeah,
It
we
was while
played
we
it
were
and
waiting
waiting
for Cuphead
Yeah,
turns.
We were waiting. Yeah.
I
And remember the guy was like, "Well, you collect the slime, and then you collect a certain colors."
Were we just sitting there
and
watching
then
you
you were
Cuphead the whole
harvesting.
time?
Yeah, you're like literally farming the stuff. He's like, "Yeah,
It's
this
Farmville
is
with
like
color
basically
blocks.
a chicken. This is basically this,"
Oh.
and you're like, "What?" And then you like shoot the slime. All right, like
It's
yeah.
for a business.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I'm more
it
excited for the
really
360
teaches you
game.
You
they're
guys
giving you.
played it though. I
Yeah.
would have been like, man, if you don't get
Yeah.
the fuck. No.
well, it was.
We
let's-
were waiting in line to play
Yeah.
Cuphead,
and
We
there
got
was
Cuphead
no
right
one
after
waiting
that.
to
Exactly.
play Slime
No.
Rancher, so it was a good wait
It was
while
awesome,
you wait.
honestly. Like, yeah, I was like,
I'll still try it
I
out.
was in
That's
E3,
free.
like,
I'm not a collector game like those, but it's you go have.
Yeah,
a,
I'm not gonna buy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it.
It's
Come
like
on. Especially for $20.
It's like the Ghostbusters.
it.
If all there was
would
was
play
the
it
one
then.
blob.
No, it's free.
Yeah. But then we got Bayonetta too.
No, that's
so
what I'm saying.
I will play
That's
that
what-
again.
That's what I'm saying.
Bayonetta's music was just so tough
I know,
to
so
turn off
yeah,
for me.
it's
I
so
don't
corny.
know. I was like, come
Yeah,
on.
Bayonetta. Once again, wouldn't buy it, but I'll play it. So I'll
They're
most
dance
likely
fighting.
download it.
And for PlayStation Plus, on top of getting Just Cause 3 free for the weekend, I believe they're giving it out too after that.
On August 1st.
There you go. And the Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, which is standalone. Being Rock. Well, I don't think. Did you get into it, Rock?
Which one?
The Freedom Cry. That was the Black Flag. When the slave dude came around killing everybody.
I didn't, but I wanted to play it.
You
but
know,
the way you said
you
it
know
just
the
now,
slave dude.
the way you said it just now.
You seen it and you're like, I want to play it so bad.
He's a slave dude.
Is that
Going
what I
around killing
said?
everything.
I said that?
Yes. You're like, I got to play it.
You know what? Honestly, let's not even get into that.
It's all right.
That was some.
I would
like,
suggest everybody know.
ancestral
It was
shit
amazing.
coming out. I don't even remember it. That's
He was embodied by a
Everybody go play
ancestral
it.
He was
being.
possessed
suggest
by a
it.
Mario hat.
Out of all the games out of that, that's probably hands down one of the best ones.
hey, I bought it and never played it. I remember I went crazy
Just
about that.
Cause 3
Yeah.
has got to be on that list. That's
Yeah,
the best.
it's those two.
Yeah.
Oh
right there.
my god! Do you know how much stuff is involved in that?
Too
game?
much. Too much
Too
sauce.
much. Too much sauce.
Yeah. Too much.
Too much sauce.
It's a lot.
This is sauce.
Now,
So that's all the deals we got.
there was one deal,
Anything noteworthy?
sort of.
You got a deal,
Well, Fable Fortune is in beta right now, but they have a deal
bro?
on the cards.
That's
if
not
you
a
want
deal.
it. Look,
It's
Look.
a preview of
But-
a game that
Yeah.
they delayed twice. Like I don't know.
well, let me.
I'm not. This is not a.
Fill the
this is
gap.
not a forum
This may
for
not be your
bashing
game.
games. But you know,
But you know what? They have a free trial. I tried the trial. They give you a bunch of packs. They give you like way too many cards for the free trial, so you can try the decks out. And if you like Hearthstone, it picks up really quick. But it's also like really unique in how things play. It's
You
really
can play-
Fable fun.
you can play Gwent
That's true.
for free
The Witcher 3 game.
Well,
right now.
you can get the free trial for free.
It's a preview. I saw it.
Or
It's a
you can
preview. They
spend. Yeah,
make you
it's going to be
pay.
$20 to get the first like set of packs. Is how they have it.
They ain't
And the
getting
game
me.
is technically free, is what they say.
Best
But
Buy and,
it's on special right now for like 11.
Well,
Yeah, it's
Best
$11
Buy,
game preview.
Yeah.
Best Buy got a sale going on for PlayStation, and GameStop got a sale going on too. It's like 30 to, I think it's 30 to 60% off on used games. So
I
And
don't
if you're a
know.
GCU member, you probably get it for less
yeah. Well, I think that you have to be one of those. What is it like
to begin with.
Yeah. What is the name of their Prime member? or
Super
something?
Club member.
Oh, no,
you know-
GCU member.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I don't know
what
the
I
name,
said.
by the way.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
That's what
Are
I
you a
said.
member?
Yeah.
You're a
That's
member.
good.
You're a
I
member.
think I'm a member.
They
by
normally just
member?
tell you,
I was a member.
for $5
Member?
we'll set you up today.
No, it's 30.
For just a quarter more.
He asked me
just
the other day when we were there. Who was I there? We were there.
You told him no.
I told him no.
Yeah.
You're right. I told him no.
He's
I
like,
told
"You
him,
sure?"
Hell no.
Come on now. You
That-
want to buy the
that's
steel
mine,
case
right?
for $15?
Oh yeah, I
No.
remember that. He was
That's when we
wild.
all changed our lives with a video game, but we'll get into
Wow.
that.
That's for later because
Yeah.
we did.
I'm not even gonna talk about it yet.
I know, and that's why this is just like a forewarning. If the men on the other side of the table of me,
Oh yeah.
you hear them say, "Oh, that's trash," or
I didn't say it was trash.
whatever.
I said it was
Whatever
going
they
to
gotta
be
say.
trash.
What?
about it, don't
Well,
believe
don't even
'em.
bring up the name yet.
Don't believe them because we've all been
Stooped.
we've done it. We've done it once. We've done it twice.
Okay.
You know they
Done it a
say
million times.
shame.
Hey, normally I'm pretty solid with my trash
Fool,
talk.
Rob, fool me once, shame on me.
I'm just saying.
Fool me
Normally,
twice.
this
Shame
one I had
on
to
you.
take.
That
my,
was corny.
honestly.
This is a
there-
corny
I got some
episode.
complaints though, but we'll get into
Yeah,
it.
I
Oh, I have them too.
Yeah, but
But
it's
we
But
honestly,
Yeah,
it
let's-
wasn't trash though. It was just
it was
it was
just,
booty.
it was. I'm gonna say something
it wasn't trash. It was
fancy.
shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something fancy.
Well, the fancy shits are for
It's crazy, baby.
when it's just pure trash, garbage.
Okay.
It is just there's no way around.
No,
it.
it's a Rock.
Pure
Can you
trash.
say something besides that? Well,
I got a
I'll say
fancy word
something
for you.
fancy.
Garbage.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse this French.
Excuse me. Maybe I'll recycle this game because it came in an aluminum case for another $10.
Damn, Sam.
Nope. You gotta blow up sometimes.
Excellent. I came here with you, James, and I saw in the back of your car.
Yeah.
What did I see? A bunch of
Some
stuff.
free giveaways.
Some giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
Did you scope out what it was?
Who gets the giveaways?
Who wants them?
How can they get them?
They call in.
Oh, this number.
And if
Who's
you
gonna
don't call
call
in,
in?
you're not getting
How
anything.
can they call in?
You
What
call
do they
us
have to do?
on the telephone. You pick
What
it up
number?
and you dial.
That
Can
one
you
app on
walk-
your smartphone.
I'm
the
telling you.
phone app.
Okay, so I went into a job to get a job
Yeah.
for video game testing,
All right.
and while I was waiting for my interview, I was asked to write down how a telephone works.
What?
Need a little dead air there to understand that shit.
No.
Like, is that all they
What
had on
did
the
you
question?
put down?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Oh, I mean, you want me to know what I put down?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, what did you
Well,
put?
I turn on
I
the phone
put
and I open the app.
Well, no, I honestly don't know exactly what I put, but it was genius.
I mean, did you?
No,
I think I
Rock-
explained exactly how how I thought.
pick up a telephone and
You
you-
click you open a line that opens a wire of communication that is connected
Oh, you got
or
details.
received by another machine or unit that processes the line, and you have communication. I mean, I don't know.
I think
Like,
that's
I
what
don't know.
got you the
Maybe it
job.
was-
What
I think it was-
I
That's what got you the job.
didn't
Yeah,
take
because
the
mine would
job.
have said, "Fuck you, Mr.
I
Jokey
didn't-
Joke
I
Joke
didn't
Joke."
take the job. I didn't take the job
Oh, you
because
didn't
I got another job that
Did they ask you the same question?
no, absolutely not,
How does a
And-
telephone work?
and for other reasons as well.
Yeah.
But like yeah, I mean that's why I was like, what do you mean? How does a telephone work? Like I don't know.
I don't. But you
really
explained
think
it very
about
thoroughly.
But you think about it. Well, that was a terrible way.
It
of
sounds like a
explaining it,
really
like,
easy
yeah, what
question,
is-
but it's stupid complicated.
What is it? Yeah, like
Yeah.
You
you
probably got so
open
detailed it
up
blew
a
their minds.
wire.
No, they were
that
just trying to test
travels
how old you were. They're like,
on
he knows what a real phone is.
frequency of voice frequency that carries like I don't know. I explained it like a can connected to another can. That's how I explained it.
That's how I-
Vibrations,
that's-
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. But I used frequency,
Yeah. Well, who wants to win some free stuff?
Ooh.
and that's how you do it. You call in on the telephone.
Yes.
Send your vibrations
Yes.
our way.
To us. Yes. Spirit fingers. 562-653-0707.
That was a ridiculous little conversation.
It's very true though. I went
On the phone.
It was I want to say the company was Something Hearts. Something Hearts is the company. It's a game. They're based in Redondo Beach.
okay.
It's a real company. I'll look it up and
You don't have to. It's all right.
You
So
don't
if
have
you're
to
trying
because
to-
they can cut the check.
If you're trying to apply for a game tester job out there,
They called me and they're like, this is really what happened. They called me and they're like, are you willing to, you got the job, are you willing to work extra hours? Like maybe, if we sent you home at 8 o'clock, this is what was their example of what the scenario is, like the extra hours. If you left at 8 o'clock from your regular work day, and then we had to call you back in at 12 midnight to 8 o'clock the next morning, and then you start your next shift that morning, would you be okay with that as your overtime hours or the hours? Do you know how they say you need to be available outside of your normal work hours?
Yeah.
You know how they say that?
Yeah.
Well, that was the scenario, and I was like, well, what do you mean? They're like, well, sometimes there's deadlines, and we need all hands on deck, and that's the I'm like finishing my last year of college and shit. I'm like, nah, that's not feasible for me.
yeah,
But that's what it calls upon for when it comes to
we
game
need to
testing.
degrade you as a human for a little while. Is that okay?
We got a
not that
deadline.
bad.
I think,
We got a deadline.
My buddy went through that. Like,
to
it's a
take the
gauntlet.
gig.
It's a gauntlet in the
I have
the people who stay
I'm
in it
currently working this
can
gig
get
that I was
places.
offered at the same time.
because it took my friend
sweet.
he had to just kind of stay in that run because they fight. It's always seasonal too. A lot of the games.
Exactly, they could
And
cut
then-
you.
But
They will
after
catch you.
3 years, he hit his kind of moment to step up, and it's just been going great since. So it's just they want the people who can fight through that gauntlet.
Yeah.
No,
I
well, that's
felt
what you
that
got to
shit.
do.
It's for the
It
people out
is-
there.
It is for
doing it,
It
do
is
it.
exactly. I was
Particular
through it.
amount of people.
I did go through it. Well,
So did I.
that's why I was looking for that job at that time. But I actually
12
just had to
a.m. to
wait.
8 a.m.
Well, that was like your extra hours. That
Yeah.
means after you already worked your shift, then you go back and work till your shift starts, and then
And it gets
you're gonna. And guess what? That entire time, it's the same game
because there's a deadline.
Yeah.
because there's a deadline, and that's you're like literally you're like, well, what? Well, you don't get the glitch. Why don't you? And it's the music. There's something wrong with the music the whole time, and you're not paying attention to that because you've been in the level of.
Because you ever heard,
You're like, okay, yeah, it's the music that's not working.
it's the music that's putting you to sleep.
Can I go home? Yeah, you know what I mean? Or like it's one explosion from one gunshot or whatever that doesn't work during the game.
Yeah.
That's what you were looking
Oh, here,
for.
go run in this
that
corner for
gunshot-
That's
13
what you were
times.
looking for. Exactly.
It's
You're like, oh, yeah.
100,000.
But, those are the trials and tribulations of the Dutch master and the
It's really deep
gaming.
analytics.
career world, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Attempts. Nonetheless, 562-653.
07.
Call in, win some
Call
cool
in.
stuff. I saw a Mega Man thing back there.
We might give it away.
Ooh.
If I'm feeling froggy, I'll leap.
Okay.
Wait, let me see the Mega Man.
I wake up, I swear I'm never down. Even when I'm in my dreams, I'm high up
I know,
self-esteem. Blowing on that Jamaica, my niggas not a team. Marijuana fiend. Keep your black amounts and 6, me no nicotine. I keep my pimpin' mean. Me and Musa as we pulled up on them 6s just to go and bust some bitches. See the motherfucking wheel, sex appeal. And if I'm in the backseat with them 10s that Glock conceal, they eye us as we peel like the orange hat that I be styling in, like a Zanny or a colada pin. All your swishers, they be model thin. We plus size, nigga. Like Takara Nim, shining like a halogen. So bright, like high beams, headlights of midnight. At one of Rhode Island's watchtower sights. Yeah, the world is all I need. But if you don't know anything, just know I got some weed. Bet I got some weed. Bet I got some weed. You don't know anything? No, I got some weed. Bet I got some weed. Bet I got some weed. Ain't got no money, man, but bet I got some weed. Hey, who got some weed? 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 Let's go chill up on my balcony and feel the breeze. Open up a Corona and see who got some weed. If we don't have no trees, then let's gather up the fees. $100, that's a 1/7 of the sour D's. Make a order, it'll be here 2:45. Smoke it till we uneat. Then we fill up again with another 10. Then we just go run back to the cheese. Fulfill our family needs, no worries. Smoke one for our G's that ran with a strike of 3s. We dying up in every plea. So for y'all, my niggas, swear to God, my heart'll bleed. Kick the shit from my lifers and ones who pick and see. Even if it's just $5, keep your brain on free. Elevate your mind, cause in due time you'll wine and dine. Something fine, and that Kush blunt soon be your Valentine. And my shit be Columbine. My fans is all I need. But if you don't know anything, just know I got some weed. Bet I got some weed. Bet I got some weed. You don't know anything, know I got some weed. Bet I got some weed. Bet I got some weed. Ain't got no money, man, but bet I got some weed. Who got some weed? Her, she got some weed. Him, he got some weed. My aunt, she got some weed. My uncle, he got some weed. My mom, she got some weed. My aunt, he got some weed. My homie, to my nigga Tiny Deuce, he got some weed. What up? To my nigga Big Spank, he got some weed. What up? My little homie Baby Spank, he got some weed. My brother from another Floyd, he got some weed. To my day one nigga Traffic, he got some weed. That cake. To my day one Tina Wiener, she got some weed. That cake. Free my nigga Flossy B, he needs some weed. That cake. 50 Wash Greg, I say wear that cake. To my nigga Absol, he got some weed. My Pyro nigga Maniac, he got some weed. To my little nigga Fallon, she got some weed. Riff LA Jeff, he got some weed. What up, to my white nigga Matt, he got some weed. I say what up, YM Legend on the map, he got some I say what up, to my nigga Agent J, I say what up, Brazy Cuz CJ, yeah, I say what up, low, yeah. Make sure you hit me up, nigga. Shout out to my nigga June, Deadline, he got some weed too. Ow boy, you old Jerry Curl, Earthworm, Jim looking at bitch. One more ad lib on my I'm name dropping shit for the homies.
I'm breaking them out real bad. I'm sure I'm throwing up deuce right stab. I'm breaking them out real bad. I'm breaking them out real bad. I'm breaking them out real bad. I'm sure I'm throwing up deuce right stab.
Now I gotta work my wood grain wheel. Popping trunks, popping
Popping pills, still popping seals. Higher than a hill with my mind on meal. Piece and chain swinging, bang, chrome, shiny grill. Baby, I got $1 million dreams with my mind on cream. I'm in that mean green machine, clean on 19s. Flat screens in the headrest, swinging like a swing set. Brandy wine paint wet, come and dine, that's a bet. I'm in the lot chasing bras like a lesbian. Full of that flower, I'm breaking off pedestrians. Higher than the street light, floating like a parachute, buzzing like a bumblebee. Mustard green Bentley coupe, young gangster Mac gang, sharper than a thumbtack. Breaking them out, making all the boppers attract. Then they watch me, I'm rocked up, fully loaded and sloppy, trying to hit it and quit it and walk off like Big Poppy. Break them off.
Break them off real bad. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm sure pouring up these right slab. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm sure pouring up these right slab.
I pull up like this, untouchable white wrist. I'm hotter than warm, every grape sun kiss. The truck go miss, 550 snow bunny. Billy Continental with the meat flows, dummy. Power wall money, that's expensive taste. And them friendly fools, we send them to my space. I'ma break them off until the backbone broken. Stainless steel drop, phantom, leave the top open. Then hit the fan, better cover your nose. And the start burning, better cover your clothes. Concrete crumbling, glass shooting lasers, crawling and cutting up on 24 razors. I'ma show them how to make the slab look phenomenal. Chasing paper in the morning, call me Houston Chronicle. Hold on, then you buckle up your seatbelt. Swisher House, Young Dun, capital TF.
I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm sure pouring up these right slab. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm sure pouring up these right slab.
Already, I'm higher than a satellite, crowding like a baby, maneuvering through the traffic like I'm Tracy McGrady. Still chopping on them buttons, I'm strutting and looking fresh. Switch hidden like Bergman, this is ballin' at its best. In that Minute Maid, dropper with retractable roof. Fonder than wood, waving the hood, student loans on the tooth. The fifth wheel on the ground, and the trunk in the air. Power wow, baby, I'm the definition of player. My skills is so ill when working that wood wheel, tipping foes like a waiter, beware the oil spill. Widescreen mind frame, panoramic pippin'. I'm sipping on that Osama, baby, leaning like I'm lippin'. In that two-seater fleeter, it's me and the senorita. 3 ounces up in the liter, and it's 10 up in the heater. Mac in the mamacita, running game like a cheetah. I'm knocking them out the park, similar to Derek Jeter. Break them off.
I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm breaking them off real bad. I'm sure throwing up deuce right slab.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the big moment we've all been waiting for. The Mac of the Year.
Dr. Ra on the beat. Get the block B. Block B. On block B. AR. Club Live. Welcome to my zone. It's a work zone. That mean we got work. Welcome to my church. Welcome to my section. Zaytoven parking. Firearms Zilla. Get the party started. Excuse me, beg your pardon. We'll call it tow away. Towaways on me. Hater, go away. If haters wanna stay, remember you were told. This is my apartment. Welcome to my zone. Welcome to my hood. It's a chopper zone. So when you visit here, please never come alone. I welcome you to stay. It's best you move it on. Choppers going off. Start loading up the chrome. The goonies like the Rome. And everybody real. Welcome to my borough. Try not to get killed. Welcome to me casa. Welcome to me villa. A zone of anything. Call that Zilla. Welcome to my zone. 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 Welcome to my zone.
zone. Welcome to my zone. Beat beating hard. Trapping in my trailer. Watching for the north. Hits in the yard. They trying to mic Vic me. Feds on the prowl. Be careful when you with me. Welcome to my club. Welcome to my block. Niggas beefing hard. You might get shot. This is where they cop. I think I see the cops. Welcome to my zone hot. A whole lot of guap. Welcome to my building. Welcome to my projects. This is how I'm living. Cooking in the kitchen. Crystal meth cooking. Cocaine cooking. Pyrex juking. Pretty bitches chicken. Pretty hoes popping. Welcome to my strip club. We clocking. Welcome to my county. Welcome to my home. Take a ride with me. Welcome to my zone. 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 Club life. Obama in the White House. Watch your speed limit. Zoning in the club. Robbie winning. County man posted. Roadblock down. I'm DUI. Zooming on the ground. Welcome to my cell. Do you need a bond? And some lawyer money? Yes. Call Humble G. Welcome to my floor. Welcome to my stay. 6 everyday action. Smoke weed every day. This is where I stay. It's a chopper zone. It's a ratchet place. It's trapping going on. It's pimping going on. It's killing going on. Drug dealing, gang banging, living going on. It's a guap zone. It's a swagger spot. Welcome to my zone. Welcome to my block. You should visit here. My city never stops. Welcome to my zone. Welcome to my block. Welcome to my zone. 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 Welcome to my zone.
Yeah, baby, we live.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the show.
We are back.
Oh, get it, Daniel. Welcome to my
yes.
zone.
Welcome to the
plug.
zone, where we stay in it all the time.
Everybody gets served.
Yeah.
Everybody.
No, we are the plug,
Yeah.
and we are your gaming source, your news, your reviews,
All the things you need to know.
the third. And we're going to get into some news.
Yeah, just a little bit. A little bit.
This is strikes dear to my heart, close to home. Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Yeah.
Man.
So far away. But
Delayed. Come
yeah.
on, man. I was hyped to sign up on Wednesday.
Yeah, he got me hyped.
I'm
up
sitting
too.
there,
Yeah.
getting ready to do it. No, it's not happening.
Then you get spit in your face.
And you got denied.
I wouldn't say that, but
I felt like it. I was
let's
angry.
not talk bad about it so that we can get that.
Look, we learned last episode.
I know.
Don't say
I
negative
know,
things
but I
about Dragon
just-
Ball Z.
the
I'm not
spit in
saying
your face
anything
thing.
negative about it. I'm just saying I want to play it now.
Yeah, you're just weird for saying that, I think.
All right, whatever. Whatever you guys.
But nonetheless, the beta signups, they're delayed back to August. I think it was saying something like August 22nd, so
Yep.
exactly
August
or
one
6 or something.
exactly 1 month or so. So, I mean, it's sad, but who knows? Sometimes when this happens, they work on the things that they need to, and it actually makes a better experience for us later. And we don't see that now. All we want to do is play the game, so we're upset. But, we'll get over it, and maybe it'll be better.
Do you guys already know who you want to play on the cast? We got
All of
what
them.
is it?
I
10
want to play as
confirmed?
all of them.
Yeah,
I know, but you're gonna main
go
someone.
Trunks.
You got to start picking.
I got to play as them
I-
first.
Yeah, I'm hoping they have Tien.
Yes.
Tien's is going to be Dragon Ball Z, so Tien will do Yamcha.
Yamcha.
I have the list of the 10 confirmed up. If you,
I'll show you 10.
Okay, were they both on there?
Tien is not, but
That's too
Krillin
low.
is.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I know that's
That
why
low level.
Yeah,
bleep-
no one's
come
gonna
on,
play as
dog.
What did you say?
I'm gonna love.
Goku wouldn't be who he is right now if it wasn't for Krillin.
Oh,
That's what
actually,
You know,
dog,
it's just
come
that
on.
ever
Yo,
since.
wow,
Krillin's
right
been,
now,
you know,
dog.
Hey, let's ask Travis. Travis is on
Krillin's
hold.
always
Let's ask
getting
him.
beat up, and he has to
Now,
be saved.
It's like
the
that
whole
now,
time.
dog.
No.
In the beginning, dog, Dragon Ball, when Krillin and Goku was training together, dog.
Yeah, but
in Dragon
Krillin's
Ball.
fighting like
In
perfect
Dragon
selling
Ball.
shit on this.
I know. It got wrong.
I think we
when they
got-
threw the Z at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, we got to call him.
Ooh.
These guys wilding out a little bit, but Travis probably
Are we
wants to get on
violent
this.
out?
Oh,
Just a tiny bit. Not really. Let's see. Let's see.
I'll wild out on you.
What up, Trav?
Travis.
What's
Hey,
up,
yo.
man? How you feel about Dragon Fighter Z?
To be honest, I do not know.
What?
You haven't.
You were not
looked it
aware
up?
of this?
Nah, I'm kind of MIA.
I'm gonna hang up on you right now.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You brought him in.
I feel bad because I'm not supposed to talk to guests like this, but you're weird.
You're weird.
You're a
That's
weird
actually
person.
being
Man,
nice.
but you know what, low-key, man? Fuck Dragon Ball Z.
Ooh.
We lost the
dropped
caller.
the call. We lost the
Game
caller.
over.
We lost the caller.
Hey, you know how you don't get prizes?
You talk shit about DBZ.
Yeah, so we don't have a lot of rules on the show, but I guess now there is one.
There is
Yeah.
one.
Don't talk shit about DBZ.
Yeah, especially as a caller.
Yeah, because
Because it turns out we can hit
Because,
one
you know,
button.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
very close to my finger.
And here there might be a physical altercation because we're so close to each other.
Yeah.
So we usually don't say things that we don't, each other don't like. But on the phone you
might.
could say it. But I mean, we can't do much besides hang up on you. So I mean, don't do
Unless
it
you
if you
want
want
to
to
show
talk.
up. Unless you want to show up.
I mean, you could do like rude, like I guess we could maybe have a segment like that, like on
just
Shade
have
45, where
like-
like they do what you're sipping on
Yeah.
with Rude Jude and Lord Sear, and they're just like call in to talk shit to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, fuck you too, man. Hang up on this motherfucker sipping on some motherfucking Ciroc. Who drinks Ciroc? Like, that's what he's like, dude. What? All right, Lord Sear. Like, maybe we could do something
Who
like
talks
that.
shit on Dragon Ball
Like,
Z?
yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then you just hang up. You only got 30 seconds, or you got 15 seconds. Say what you have to say. You're getting hung up on.
And Travis
make
texts me right now,
make
weak.
Make it good. Hey, Travis,
we
you
should
weak.
really do that.
Yeah, you
I would
weak,
love
Trav.
that. I would
Come
love
on,
that.
man. But anyways, that's one
Dragon
of
Ball
that's
Z.
like Dragon Ball Z is obviously a favorite here. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So when
Hands down.
you say something about it, make sure that it's
Just a,
make sure
Make
it's
sure you're
sound
not on a phone
Make
call.
sure that it's sound and it doesn't start with any curse words or negativity in the beginning,
There you go.
and then it will be good.
All right.
But next,
Trigger
Dying
warning.
Light, free DLC offering in September.
It's going on for
I-
12 months.
I know,
Each,
but
yeah.
I bring this up mostly because even last week we had a game that already did this, and we're seeing this free DLC being
for
handed
old
out.
ass games.
I mean, but it's not. It's refreshing.
I agree. I mean, it's going to make me play Dying Light again.
So now you can get the game for. It's a great way that they're getting the value instead of hey, we don't have to
Exactly.
charge full price to get you the DLC and the full game. We'll just charge you a base value of half cost of the normal game and then give you all the DLC.
boom.
Yeah.
So they get their money. They give the digital content, which obviously if we are all knowing what's happening with digital content, it doesn't cost much
No.
to produce.
Or it's
or,
probably already in the
it is
game.
to produce it, but to have it, it's not. It's not like you're making physical copies of it
No.
and having to ship them out and do all this other stuff. People are just downloading it. It's saving them money and making them money at the same time. I mean,
Yeah.
it does both for them, and then the gamers love it because the game's cheaper.
Yeah.
And it
that's
helps
our biggest.
a lot.
That's one of our biggest.
It's making the
complaints.
longevity of the
Well,
game,
when
too.
you
It's
and when you
crazy.
come when you have to go with this gap between game release and then you got to get enough
Oh,
funding
yeah.
together to release more or develop more. The deal like this is the perfect way to bring it back and get your money back without having to sell the DLC when it's been so long.
Yeah.
Just resell
This
the
has
game.
been
at
the
a
biggest one so far, though. They're giving away a DLC each month for 12
Yeah.
months. That's nuts.
Yeah, because it's like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great way to get someone
Yeah.
who might not have been
care
interested
about
in your
your
game. Exactly.
gamers.
Yeah, you're going to give
Exactly.
me a bunch of free
but
shit?
it's someone who might not have cared about your game.
Yeah.
Then they're like, okay, well, maybe I sort of liked it. It wasn't my cup of tea. I like playing it with. It's a multiplayer, correct?
Yep.
You like playing
It
it
can
with
be.
friends. It can be.
Yeah.
You like playing it with friends, but maybe you didn't like playing it so much. Well, now they're like, okay, well, you're gonna get a DLC. You're gonna turn it on to check it out. It's like
Yeah.
a sell at a store. You have a sell on something that you know you're gonna basically not make a lot of money on, but you draw the person in to get them
That's how-
at your location.
That's how it works.
And then they end up spending some time there.
Retail
And
101.
And you know, if you spend time in one place for enough, you're
Mm-hmm.
in the. John Tafford taught us all. You spend enough time in a place, you're going to buy something, right?
And-
They stay for 2 hours, that's 2 drinks. And then we're making money. Okay, John Tafford taught us that on Sundays, okay?
You know,
I like that.
not to change the subject, but Sonic got a release date for the Switch.
Ooh, is it the Sonic
good.
Mania
This year.
or is it the Sonic Mania? Or
Oh,
was
it's the new one, like
November something.
yeah, November 7th.
when we saw
Ooh.
the one
Nice.
where they were at E3 trying to jump and get the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, you gotta like,
Oh, man.
Also,
It
they're trying
was-
to make you guys go with
I know,
me,
but when we saw it,
You
there
gotta
was
learn
like,
how to use a trampoline.
Dutch, you're the tallest one.
but it was, but no,
I didn't
and it
mean
was a
shit.
shorter person that they had up there, and they're like, you got it, you got it. Like you're like, hey, that's messed up though.
Yeah.
Like,
Playing them.
If you look at the trampoline, they had like the little jump spot in the center.
Yeah.
And that's not how you use a
Yeah.
trampoline.
You know, yeah.
I didn't see you over there doing the same.
If you would have got up
No,
there,
I
I would have
didn't wanna
snuck
wait
up on the
2
side and
hours.
been like, Sam, you ready? And I would have jumped up on the side
Yeah, and do the double
bounced you.
jump.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
You would have gone down onto your butt and then bounced back, did the extra
Booty
jump.
bouncing.
Exactly. You know how you get the height.
Pause.
I'd grab 2 rings,
He
even
would
though
have
there's
done
only
2
one
flips
hanging.
and a gainer out of it,
That would have been amazing. Even though they're just like, oh my god, this guy's crazy.
and then caught the ring.
With
And
my
like,
feet.
with your feet, they got a free game.
Did y'all hear about that dude that just got
Enter for a
30K
chance to win a
for
free
the
game.
original Mario,
What's
brand
that?
new unopened copy of it?
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
30.
I have
Hey,
one.
dog.
It's not.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
it's pristine, but it's not unopened.
Oh, this dude had like the box, everything is like he put it in glass or something. He
was
just
clean.
got 30K for it.
He
dog.
put it where?
I think he put it in glass or
Oh,
something.
in glass.
You're like, what?
I mean, I'm sure if he put it in there, it just
It ain't gonna be pristine anymore at all.
Well,
You gotta
he
be careful
keystered it for
crossing the
30K.
30K
border
would have been a
with those
shitty deal.
Nintendo
Let's just
games.
say.
Fuck.
That was a good one.
I know, right?
It's the corny show, episode
I
7.
know.
The corny show.
That was cornball. That was genius.
Oh.
It's
Well,
okay. There are
Dad
dads
joke.
in the room.
Dad joke. Yeah.
Well,
There's dads in the room. We're cool.
yeah.
crowd favorite here, Destiny 2,
Destiny.
right after the lovely and talented Destiny 2 beta
That
came
was
out.
actually the best beta I've ever
We
played.
experienced, it was a great
Yeah.
experience. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it was all across the board. We all loved it. Right after that, it closes, and then they drop a new map, PvP, a new PvP mode for you, letting you know, hey,
They ain't
it's only
playing.
gonna, we have plans for this, and it's only gonna get better.
Oh, yeah. And I like that, like, their one of their statements released right after the end of the beta was like, yeah, we chose to give them a very small slice of this game.
Yeah,
That's
That
a small
was-
slice.
so
because-
They
I was
announced, like, how
thoroughly
little we got was.
impressed. I know it is.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain. You try to explain that to people, and especially people that haven't played the game. The game is huge, and everybody's like, "Oh, we're mad because lack of story, this and that."
Well, yeah. it's
Destiny's
beta.
an end game. It's an end game. It's like playing
World of Warcraft.
World of War, but like even now, like you play Elder Scrolls Online, and
Yeah.
you're like looking for the story, and yeah, there's a story to follow, but really, if you don't follow it, you can get to the same end game because it's just about hitting a level.
And then there's so much more
It's
you
not
can
about
do.
finishing exactly. It's not about finishing the story in a linear path. It's about just getting to a certain level.
Yeah.
And Destiny doesn't really say that, but it also has because it has a linear path. But it wasn't that enriching of a story because they're like, well, let us get you to level 20, whatever, and then you can experience our game how we wanted.
Yeah.
We just gave you this single player story because we felt it was necessary.
It's also just that, like, introduction, like, this is building your character.
Yeah.
Now you've got a character. Go play it.
Yeah, and people are really upset about how some things on Destiny 2's beta played, but honestly, I don't have a complaint at all.
No.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved every moment of it.
Yeah.
And you could just tell they pretty much restrained us to, even though, like, you know, classes were different and things, you were pretty much restricted to what was present in the first game.
Yeah, you knew.
Which was
right.
important.
You
yeah.
knew their
So
capabilities.
you don't know
right.
all the new stuff yet.
No.
They
You're
hid
right.
Hopefully,
that
yeah,
from
that'd
us.
be beautiful.
Like, they showed it. They actually didn't hide it. They didn't tell you about it. You could experience it, like, say,
Oh, yeah.
you could use your imagination to see what it could do with the modification slots and whatnot, but
Yeah.
there's a lot that was not said.
And they had some hidden stuff, too.
Yeah, there was hidden stuff.
I
even
found
the
that
farm.
bike in the
What about the
inverted spire.
farm showing up?
Oh,
They didn't-
yeah,
that
for
was
1
they just-
hour.
yeah. If you were there, you were there. If you weren't,
You were there.
10 a.m.
I was there for
I was not,
only.
and I was angry.
Yeah, I was only there for so long, and it was awesome. But it was like, it was the amount of time that I spent there made it feel like it wasn't realistic. 'Cause I didn't get really. I don't have like an an imprint on my like memory bank from it. Like, you know, it's just like, oh, I was there, but did I really experience it that? Because then I'm watching all these videos on it, and I'm like, I didn't see that. I didn't get to that. I didn't get to the soccer part. You know, I just was like kind of stuck.
Yeah.
By just being like, what the? I'm in the social space.
Well, I heard it was like if you logged in, you could kind of just stay in as long as you wanted if you didn't leave.
If you didn't leave,
Yeah.
and I didn't understand really what I was like. Oh, am I in? Am I not? And
then you left.
No, I didn't leave. I got signed out because of inactivity, and I ultimately played myself. But that
It happens.
You got to see it.
I got to see it.
I got the cold rejection. It
I
was
really
like
wish
the button
that I
was
had
there.
got the footage for it, though.
I wasn't even
That'd be
there.
nice.
I got
Yeah,
the, at least you guys.
I
Oh
didn't
no,
know
the
about
button
it.
popped up for me, and I hit it,
Yeah.
and then it said error, and then reset the game, and it was gone.
It was having it,
Yeah.
and it was having issues too, and like.
Well, it's a
that's-
beta.
Yeah. And they have issues. But we're gonna have to let this game go for a little bit. So, and I think next episode we might have a Destiny 1 burial.
Hey, I would.
August 1st
I'd
is
like to be a
actually
part of that.
it's gonna be the last Iron Banner.
Yeah.
So
We all got to get dressed up for this, guys. This is a sad moment.
The last Iron Banner, and it's gonna be the last Trials of Osiris. That's this weekend. That is this weekend. That is.
Say goodbye.
Yeah, so that's gonna be.
We can have the barrel at your house.
That's gonna be happening. Well, I mean, we're not gonna. We're gonna bury the thought. Of
No, we
Destiny.
should bury a game
The
game
server.
case.
No,
21
I'm not getting rid of my.
shit.
bury my copy.
Yeah,
That was
because
great.
you'll be over here digging it up 15 minutes later.
I know,
Like,
right?
I'm about to sell this on ERC. You know, some weird
Oh.
shit.
No, you unbury it in
I'm not
10
saying
years,
yeah.
and then you sell it.
Yeah, right. It's a time capsule.
There we go. Play it again.
That's why you got the aluminum case.
Did you?
I don't
No.
know. Making that up.
Destiny wasn't. It wasn't.
Hey,
you guys got to
confusing.
think about that.
I
It's
don't know,
like
just
you know,
bullshit.
maybe if you got this one, it might be worth it because Destiny was not known as going to be a hit. It was no one knew what it was going to be,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's a
Bungie
hit.
jumping out there. Yeah.
And it could go for a 10-year span. And you know what? Saving the game, the first Destiny.
Might be a smart idea.
You just said that somebody bought a Mario for 30 G's.
Yeah, man. 30K, dog.
Whatever it is.
Hey, you got that. You got
Crazy.
that Destiny original disc not open.
Crazy.
I don't
Well,
know.
I heard
don't
what
know.
wasn't a hit.
Okay.
Oh, man,
Well, you're-
brutal.
you mean your favorite?
Oh, yeah.
your favorite.
El
Well,
favorito.
Pokemon No.
favorito. Pokemon Go did not go well.
Yeah.
Did not go well at all. They had so many connection errors. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Little demon kid.
Now, see, all they had to do was, like, play this over the speakers while no one could connect to the game after they paid $100 to go and play the game.
Oh, Dutch is getting it. He is getting it.
Hey, the lyric.
Hey, Peter. Oh, my God. Well, now this episode ain't going to be able to be aired. Now you got the sad Pikachu in the background, guys.
Hey,
Well-
hey, real talk on that video.
He got worked over that
Hey,
episode.
he's
I saw that.
outside.
That's the movie.
He's outside singing that song.
Yeah, he's...
And it looks like that's the first time he's been outside his entire life.
Was that his brother playing the guitar too, or his dad? I don't
No,
know.
that was his evil twin.
Use your
friend.
imagination. Yeah, it was probably his brother.
Whatever.
Maybe not.
He still is. He's
Well-
a fucking troll.
Creepy German neighbor that
I wouldn't doubt
babysits
that.
him.
The
There we
event was an absolute total fail, but let's give it up to Niantic for, like, what they did afterwards.
Okay, what did they do? Because I heard
Nothing.
they
They
fucking-
offered
time
every
took it in the
person
face
that-
and-
yeah, no. They offered every person
I
a
heard
full
that
Not
they-
refund.
every.
Okay,
Not
but
every.
Well,
I,
you have to request it through, like, a process. And you
but I
have to go
heard
through
that
a
they
thing.
were like
A full
booing,
refund.
They
of
offered a
booing them
refund
on
on
the
the ticket
stage.
for the event. They also gave all the players.
which is how much? How much did they pay?
I don't know,
for
it was
this?
like $100 for a ticket.
Yeah, $100.
They're
and
crazy.
you couldn't even
So they
get.
get
Well,
that
I'm
back.
going to be the first to say you guys are stupid.
But
You
the
can let me
issues-
finish. They
the
did more.
issues.
They did.
$100
They gave them
bucks.
$100 in-game value as well.
What do you buy in the game now?
You buy everything
yeah, that's
from
right, I
like the
forgot.
incubators
I
to
haven't
the
played it in so
lures to all
long.
that shit. So they give you $100 worth
People
of
pay for
in-game
that?
credit. Yeah, dude, microtransactions.
I know. I'm sorry.
And then what they did was like one of the challenges for the day was like hit this goal and everyone can catch legendaries. They
That's
released
bullshit.
legendaries for everyone. They also made them 100% catch rate instead of the typical 2%
So they got it
catch
for
rate.
free,
So everyone in Chicago
you
could
still have
catch
to play the
them
game.
easily.
Everybody
Like
in
me.
Chicago, not just the people who are at the event.
What about the
next
people that
day-
traveled to
So
go
the
there?
next day, they released legendaries for the whole world. And Articuno goes until the 31st. They just announced
Is
yesterday
he still 2%?
that, well, it's like a 2% catch rate after you beat a really hard raid. So it's not easy to get them. I've beat 3 Lugias, and, like, you know, it takes like 10 fucking people to actually beat it. And then I didn't catch it because you only get like so many event balls to catch it, and it's not easy because they're really low catch rates. And so they let everyone in Chicago catch them for free, though, for the weekend.
Motherfucker.
And then for everyone else, they're released. You can go catch them. Next week, you can get Moltres. The following week is Zapdos. And then they're
Nice.
gone for a while.
The
So-
legendary beds.
And it's
Legendary.
I don't know, man.
I was skating around, and like people were showing up like crazy at all of these fucking raid spots. So the game was back on for a bit for people.
I don't know,
And they gave
man.
everyone like, you know, double XP and extra candies and all
Ooh,
this
they
other
had double
shit.
XP weekend. Double XP weekend.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite weekends. That's
Yeah,
like,
it's,
And then I
it's about
popped,
to be
like,
back soon.
yeah.
So
They have like one of the items, a lucky egg, so you can get 4 times XP.
that's like Iron Banner weekend. Which
yes,
Nice.
the last one.
Nice. Nice. Pokemon Go.
So they fucked up, and then they tried to bring it back, but it sounds like they're going to do better for the
So
other
they made
events.
good. They're like,
Yeah.
they tried to
hey,
make good. Yeah,
They got 7
like-
more events.
hey, this
Fuck.
won't happen ever again.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna move forward, but here, take this little part, this gift, to kind of dress the wound
Exactly.
for until the next event comes to where we can kind of prove ourselves.
Yeah, and
Right.
like the CEO
Because this
of
isn't
Niantic
this
has
isn't
made
gonna make up.
announcements.
This isn't the move. It's a great move. What
Yeah.
they did is great. It's not gonna make up for the damage caused. What it is
No.
it's gonna make you feel better after,
smooth
right?
over.
Yeah.
And then guess what? You have another event. If that goes smoothly, then
You're
it's
good.
we're great.
What
we,
they did was
we
like-
healed you, forgot
Yeah.
about it. It's
Let's
all
give you a
good.
bunch of free shit to keep you playing until we can make it up.
Which is
really
what you
at
do,
the
but
next event.
because
Do
you
it right.
can't exactly you can't
Yeah.
really make it up by doing that. You can just offer it as hey, we did fuck up,
Yeah.
and we're willing to make it right by this. But our next event, have faith,
Yeah.
it won't happen. And that's how they do it as a company. That's how you bounce back.
And
You-
they could have painted the blame
you
on
follow
like
through.
cell towers and all the
They
shit that
did.
is out of their control.
First.
Well,
They said a lot
but
of things.
yeah,
A
it's
lot
all
of
the stuff that is out of their control. It's
They-
cell service, but
Can't put that many
they
people in
they
one
did
area.
what they could,
Yeah.
and they're making up for it. So like word up,
How you feel about it, Rock?
trash.
Rock's not paying attention.
No,
No, honestly, it just I don't know, man. It lost its appeal when it was just like it got too repetitive. There was nothing new. And
fair.
it was like,
Well,
Well, that's
I
what
don't
they've
know.
structured lately of like rolling things out, which has gotten better.
I mean,
I think they're bringing it back a little bit. It's good for
see.
people.
If it pulls me back in, I'll
There was a
mention
ton of
it,
people
but-
at the event.
But poop.
Yeah.
there's still a bunch of people
It's
playing over
poopy
downtown
for me
Long
right
Beach
now.
too. It's crazy. So, ooh.
Sam just told you he's our fucking man on the streets. He
Yeah.
told you they were
Streets
fun.
of the beach. Not
he had
crazy.
10 people there.
You see this right here? That's my Articuno.
There it is. Show it to the
Show-
camera.
oh, yeah,
There he
show it
is.
close.
I didn't know your camera was right there.
Let me
That's
see it.
So
yeah.
close.
Take a look.
Yeah, you like
That's
that. That is
1700
Pokédex,
CP,
yo. That's his
almost.
Pokédex, yo.
Look at Rock. He's downloaded it again right now. Like,
That's
oh,
not true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
not
you know
true.
there's a gym right outside.
shit.
It's still not,
Don't worry. The
yeah.
Articunos can't come back till tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll see them soon.
See, look at that. and then they give you a time frame. You got to come at 10 a.m. to get them.
Well, people just figure that shit out. They're open all day.
Yeah, if you, dude, come on, bro. You don't even know about
You
catching
just looking
Pokemon.
to hate right now.
I just,
Yeah, man. I'm
Hey,
down.
what's that over there? I'll go
I
shit
just
on
open
it.
up. I just open up Xcode and then build a little app that sends my GPS in a circle around Santa Monica.
You shouldn't be putting that out there.
I just put my cell phone on my drone and then I just fly it around.
No, I don't have a drone.
I don't either.
I just have
Does somebody really do that?
technology.
People
That's
probably did that
stupid.
shit
What
as a
would that
gimmick
do?
thing.
That
Let
would
me
allow
walk
me to
with my
be
drone.
in 2 places at one time.
Or you can enjoy walking
You
around
get all quiet.
with your
Anyways.
friends.
Let's move on.
Or you
Yeah.
can walk around in a maze.
A game that I think will rival
Everything.
for our
Would you dare say Destiny?
Hell yeah.
our vote for game of the
yeah.
year. Well, I don't know if they will. I guess Destiny has to go in 17, so they'll win
Yeah.
that.
They'll win 18.
So they'll win 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be the game of the year, Anthem.
It will be.
And their unique way of promoting their game and offering advertisement to the
They
world.
gave us some of that money, and we would have advertised.
That's. I mean, I don't know. You guys. I don't know if you guys can see it on our screens
Yeah.
here, but
Can I see
look
that,
it up.
Saint?
It's the corn maze.
You can see it.
Yeah.
It's the
If you move that mic
maze-
a little bit to the left, they can see it
It
more.
is
Ooh,
the
to this
maze
left?
of maze.
The other left.
Yeah.
That's
There you go.
right.
Perfect. There you go.
It's
Yeah.
corn maze,
And
guys.
BioWare decided to carve out their design of an exosuit
It's beautiful.
into a cornfield.
Nice.
And this is the finished product on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can definitely look it up.
It's the best picture they got.
And
Watch the
it's a
video.
great picture.
Yeah.
It's a really weird
But-
looking UFO.
But the thing is, if you've seen this in its beginning stages, they literally had like a 6-inch corn starts and then shaved this down into it and then let the rest of the corn grow.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm saying the corn's probably harvestable and
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't know. Is that
do we
ours?
Not
know
very long.
where this corn maze is?
yes, it's in Canada.
Canada.
Edmonton,
It's in
Canada.
Canada.
It's in Bellflower.
E.
So if
That's
you're looking
in
for
Bellflower.
vacations
And, you
next
know,
That's
it
the
week,
was-
good corn.
Yeah, it was that was a couple of years ago. Now it's something else, but no, this is in Canada where they do things like this.
Yeah.
No, they probably have corn mazes in.
Everywhere. We got a
Canada
corn maze in
and
LA.
I believe fall is
it's
coming.
not a real one.
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
and
That's a
that's fall. It's fall tradition. This is something that happens. It's a
Yeah.
North American.
They just getting the
it's
jump
a
on
North
the game.
American tradition. That's how you say it.
A.
Don't you know?
Yeah.
It's the corn maze again. You know? Don't you know?
He had a little Spanish accent there too.
No, they say again. They say it like this again.
Hey, said it again.
That's how they say it.
baby.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you know, don't you know we
Hey, you guys gotta watch the video though.
What
video's
did I see?
hilarious.
What did they have? Antelope, jackalope,
Jackalopes.
a jackrabbit.
I'm waiting for
and
you to
an
say
antelope.
something that's
Oop.
actually Canadian.
I don't know much Canadian.
Hey,
I don't
shit.
know. Yeah.
Where's the
I
syrup?
don't know.
Do you guys got maple trees up here? Huh? Don't you know?
Hey, I've been
Where's the,
I've been hand delivered like some backwoods maple syrup.
I've been out
from
here
Canada,
shoveling
and
snow.
It is the
I've been
best.
shoveling
You have
snow.
been handled some backward.
Hand given. My friend from Canada was on a trip. He's like,
I've
"What
been-
do you want as a souvenir?" I'm like, "Real
I've
maple
been
syrup." You guys talk
shoveling
shit
this
about it.
goddamn snow.
It's
Was it good?
For the last
Oh yeah,
3
it was.
days.
It was
Okay.
like sugared perfection.
Oh my god.
Maple?
Real maple
like
syrup.
Have you seen it
like-
done? You know they like literally like tap a hole into the tree, set
Yes.
a hose, and then
Yeah.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen it done.
I'm saying I got some
No,
like backwoods. My friend gave me some like backwoods Canadian homemade on
Yeah.
the farm.
my
was
wife's
so trash.
wife's
Oh.
grandfather does that all the time, and
For a living?
no, not for a living.
Oh.
He's fucking like starts schools for a living.
But
or
you got to move
Oh.
to Canada.
No, it's Minnesota. It's right next to Canada. They fish in Canada. That's
Yeah.
what they do. But no, they do all this stuff and they speak just like the guys in the video,
Yeah.
and they grow corn. So
Hey.
we knew that they were doing that. But
like
nonetheless,
corn.
this is a great new way to advertise, I guess.
Yeah.
They
Give
were
us some
New old
advertisement
way.
money. We'll
they were claiming that the thought
Retro's
behind
cool
this-
again.
They were claiming the thought behind this was to offer a new way to advertise to a new audience.
What? Canadians?
Yo, man.
No, like people
Corn
that don't
maze-
play video games,
corn maze
farmers
goers.
and stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
go-
like what do you mean?
I'm going to be
James?
brutally
Like,
honest about this.
is if you say that that's not cool, I will cut your mic. And it'll be the first,
We will
it'll be the
hang
first
up
time-
on you.
It'll be the first time that it
I
happens on
need,
this
I
show.
need people to know, like, this is
You don't think the maze is cool?
for this, but like, you think if you saw this like
I mean,
another
in
game,
general. I mean, in general, you don't think that carving your design into a maze
no.
is cool.
That people can walk
You
through.
don't believe in crop circles.
You're not a conspiracist.
You're not. I'm about to pull your card. I'm about to pull your conspiracy card.
It's
right
getting
now.
real.
Yeah, whatever.
Yep.
I'm just saying that's to me it's whatever. Dog. I think it
You
was
don't even
dope
know
because
crop
they're the first person doing it, but after that I would just be like,
That's
yeah,
not good
whatever. Dog.
He
I would have like
plays
it's been done
Pokemon,
BioWare.
Well, that's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like you play Pokemon Go to me.
That's not. It's not true.
I don't know. You could get a lot of. You could hatch some eggs in that corn maze.
There's a gym in there. That's what nobody's probably.
Right at the middle. One gym, so everyone's just right in the middle of the maze.
Catch up.
No, but I think that's cool. I think it's unique. Way to
It's
do
different.
stuff. Yeah, it's definitely different. Unique is used in that same way.
They're trying to say, instead of put it on a big LA building, we're going to put it in Edmonton,
It's a huge
Canada.
exosuit. I can see it. It looks awesome. He's just standing.
Planes
superimposed
flying
on that
overhead.
thing.
We'll
And
buy
then
our
a whole
game.
maze is right there too.
Yeah.
That people are going to go through.
Oh yeah.
That's like a town function right there. You know, they're going to pay $3 to go through that maze.
That's pretty cheap.
Really?
I don't.
Oh yeah, I see the guy that takes your money. He's down at the corner in Orange.
It's $3 Canadian.
That's expensive.
It's $3 Canadian.
Now you're talking too much money.
I don't know,
Depends on the
that's-
strength of the yen.
That's wild, baby. And it, I don't know. You know, I'll leave this alone.
Yeah.
You leave it. You leave it alone.
Save it for your conspiracy show.
Do yourself
It's not
a
even a
favor.
conspiracy show. This is just, you know, James's conspiracy.
Take
fuck
you.
you.
That was good.
That was me trying not to say anything
Uncharted.
wild. I had to control it.
Uncharted.
Wow.
Lost Legacy standalone expansion from the most recent, which was actually relatively new, and I think it's a little soon to release another game.
Yeah, for
Thieves
real.
End. But $40
And then you can be his
Triple A.
daughter.
Co-op mode.
You can be his daughter.
$40 possibly AAA title. I don't know. We're seeing this happen. Free DLC.
Yep.
Free DLC. $40 AAA titles.
We have complained enough that they're finally understanding.
That or they're just, tired of taking all of our money.
What about this other?
I don't think
complete
that
stuff?
happens.
What about this other pay? Our game's free, but it's $1 to get something. Does anybody need a beverage in here?
Yeah. Do we need to restock?
Come on in, buddy.
Bring him on in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is this a response? Exactly. Is this a answer to the call, or is this something that they're maybe understanding? Like, maybe the game's not as big.
Nah, maybe the
It
game
says
is
it
very short.
It says it plays for 10 hours. That's longer than the first Uncharted.
They're probably pushing more on the multiplayer aspect of it then.
Yeah.
The
No,
spin-off?
I don't know about the multiplayer. If there is a multiplayer in this one. This is a spin-off that is offering. Okay.
Nice.
The savior.
It's offering a spin-off. Does anybody else want one?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Slide it, brother.
The interesting has been
We
delivered.
do drink responsibly.
Yeah.
On the plug game show, so we.
Yeah.
But we like we like to have fun too.
You bastard. I need another one, Dutch.
You can slide me one of the bad boys too. Pause.
There you go. Bad boys. Damn, you got me too.
So I have an idea. Tell Jameer that it's okay to just have a beer, but he's just got to open the thing and
play Pokemon Go.
facilitate the process.
Facilitate.
I just had to do all that myself. It's kind of,
Jameer, you've
Come on, I'm trying to
also
run a
been
show
you've been promoted to bartender.
Epic bartender.
Epic bartender.
And don't think I didn't see that Del Taco.
Window seat.
Oh, you wow.
Damn.
We all looked over at him like, excuse me?
Seriously though, but I don't know. I think that's super interesting. They're offering games, good games. How's Naughty Dog? Or you think it's going to be a bad game for $40? I don't. So
No, but I think it's going to be real short. That's
Just like a space filler.
they already said it's 10 hours.
Did you just eat that burrito in
Shorter
one
than
bite?
that. I think it's going to be like 5.
James, they said it is a 10-hour game.
Really, dog?
When I
That's
say
good.
they, I mean the people who made it.
I've seen people beat prey in 6 minutes.
I've seen people
What?
on my
Yeah, you didn't see that?
on this show
Somebody ran through the game in 6
say
minutes.
certain games are going to be garbage.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I've heard certain people say on this show that games are going to be garbage, and then
Who?
hours, if not
Who?
minutes later, have them
We ain't ready
eat
for that
those
yet.
words. I'm not,
ready for that.
but I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm going to say this about that game.
Say it.
'Cause,
Say it.
You heard it.
You don't like Uncharted games? Oh, because you're an Xbox head. You didn't even
No,
play them. You
'cause
didn't
I
know
played.
about
I,
'em, 'cause
I
you
liked.
don't know
I didn't
about
like
'em.
one.
No.
I liked 2, and then 3 was
Nope.
whatever.
I don't
No,
believe
because
you.
we
I don't
invited
believe
to
you.
our
I
show
don't believe
Roscoe
you.
the
I
Grouch
like
over
two.
here
I know,
because he
but-
loved trash.
Rocco the Grouch. Yeah,
Damn. You're gonna get him a little trash can.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna fucking have Saint work up some magic and put a little.
Oh my god,
dude,
I can
we're
pull
doing
up a
it.
PNG
We're-
trash can.
You can have a lid and you just
He already
pour
said
it
that.
out of it.
We're
I
gonna
wouldn't-
take
I
a
wou-
break.
I
We're
wouldn't
actually
do
gonna
'em like
wrap
that.
this segment up early. Get to a break. No, I'm just kidding. We
don't
got
do that,
we got
I
two more
won't do
things
it.
to highlight.
Modern.
One I
Yeah.
think is super important.
yes.
I think it's so important.
Sam will love it.
I think this is so important
Look at it.
because
Tell me.
Walmart fucked up.
Yeah.
Walmart fucked up, yo. They canceled all the Super Nintendo Classic
Pre-orders.
pre-orders.
So if you were lazy, good job.
because no, if you were like that guy that was
If you
on
were
it
like 2
trying to-
seconds
yeah,
late.
it was
Yeah.
garbage. The whole thing was shut down when I went on there. It
Yeah.
didn't even allow you.
Sorry, this page
to-
is not available.
Yeah, it didn't even allow you
Yeah.
to go on there, and they made me feel like I'm like, dude, I just found out about this. How late on everything could I be? Like, is there some other
Second
internet?
late.
Is there some other internet that everybody gets it, the
Yeah.
information like
The
a
dark
second
web.
early? Yeah. Like, if you like are in the Illuminati RSS feed, does it provide you with notifications?
Star Fox 2.
Does it
Hey, yo,
send you
look.
notifications
chill the fuck
straight
out
to,
on
like,
it.
Rock,
do you
tell us
have-
about
Do
it.
you have a
Star Fox
Zero
2. It
Dawn?
starts at the top.
You know what I
Damn.
mean?
You guys are wild.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how?
I'm just saying. Yeah.
How is it like that? Where you're like, I'm on top of my shit. I know when shit comes out, and they're like, dude, this has already been out for 6 hours. And did someone like intentionally hide the articles from you, to where you didn't get them or whatever?
I don't know.
I
It
never.
was thrown up on Slick Deals for me, and I was like, oh,
If it's on Slick Deals, it's too late.
it is. I know. I already knew that.
That
But I
means
still
that
gave it a
some-
chance.
You know, of course.
You'll find them.
I
The
don't know.
best information I
Well,
find
we
is
have another
follow
chance.
Nintendo
I mean, when the
of
other one
America's
came out, I
Twitter
saw
and
it everywhere.
Facebook.
I don't trust
Yeah,
them.
I'm not on Twitter or Facebook.
Well, like Nintendo
We're on
of
Twitter.
America's like
We are on Twitter,
announcements
guys.
are the best.
You are on Twitter as us, so you need to pre-order 1, 2, 3, 4 consoles.
Five.
That's it. 5 consoles for 1 to
5.
sell.
Saint.
Make it 10.
Saint is part of the show, ladies.
You know what,
and gentlemen.
Nintendo, if you're listening, just give us one, please.
Yeah.
They're like,
Please.
they're like, no,
Cut the check.
you streamed one of your games on YouTube.
The Nintendo troll.
Right.
You cannot come and play.
You shall not pass.
You're blocked worldwide.
We'll get into that later.
Region locked to 0.
So ridiculous.
Let them know.
Yeah, well, I was going to bring this up at the end of the show, but Lawbreakers, we've talked about it maybe twice on this show. Open beta, PS4, PC.
PC.
It's wide open, I believe. So you can just
I'm
sign
looking
up,
forward to it.
play for the weekend. It's not actually part of one of those free play weekend deals, but it is just something that they're offering. It's the open beta like Destiny did. The first 2 days were closed. The next 2 days are open. And they actually extended that till Wednesday, but they could do the same. Lawbreakers could do the same. Overwatch, a super popular game. It falls into that type of category, very team-based shooter with an anti-gravity edge.
I
Cliffy
like
B.
to do
I played it.
the little
I played-
dreadlocks things or the like. He's
Jump
dope.
float.
Who?
Yeah,
The dude in the background, that one?
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Oh, that's actually
It's like a
that
tank.
is no, it's his name's the guy in the front
Leroy
right here.
Jefferson.
Are you talking about Bane?
With the Bane, yeah. No, it's like he's like Kronos. He's like a Titan. He's named
Looks
like
like
a Titan.
Bane. Yeah.
His name's like Kronos. It might even be Ares or something like that. God of War
That's pretty
stuff.
tight.
Yeah, it is. He has a rocket launcher. He's
Yeah, I
dope.
just saw like a preview with him on it, and
He's dope actually.
He was a
And when you get
dope-looking
the
character.
anti-gravity, when you get to the anti-gravity spot, and you're like, zooming through, and you're just like, like you were playing the mod back in the day on Call of Duty with the grenade launcher and anti-gravity.
Or playing the rocket jumps in
Never
Halo.
did.
Yeah, rocket jumps Halo.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's like that,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's legitimate.
All right.
But yeah, we're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
We had to hang up on our first caller who
Yeah.
was potentially gonna win something, but we had to
Douche.
deny him.
But he
from
said
that
the magic word.
because he talks mad-ish on the shit we be loving over
Yeah,
here,
man.
and that's what we do on the plug. We connect you with games that you love we
we
don't
all
talk
love.
about them.
Unless
we
you
don't
talk about a
ish
game
about
we
'em.
like and
And
then
then,
we
yeah.
just cut.
Yeah.
'Cause yeah, I mean that's just how it is.
Control.
But any other caller that wants to call in,
Yeah.
and you got something good to say about Dragon Ball Z to make up for Travis' mistake,
Or just talk about something else.
We'll give you the Mega Man. I'm not feeling it. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, you can't.
What Mega Man?
Let him know, though, James. Let him know how they.
562-653-0707.
Super fucking lit. Roll a blunt and spark it up and get a cup and fill the shit. I need a bag with the cash. 100 meter dash to the money. Gotta go get it cause these niggas ain't finna get it for me. You dig? Niggas talk, I don't hear it. Bitches talk, I don't hear it. My main focus is my chips. Yeah. I said I'm walking like a man. Hand on my grams, other hand cognac. I'm already going in, but I'm like, wait, hold up, wait, let me roll up, wait, hold up, wait, let me roll up, wait, hey, hold up, wait, let me roll up, wait, hold up, let me talk to him. On my mama, stuck in this designer. I'ma have to go and leave her cause my bitch up in Atlanta. Louis to the left, Armani in the sauna. It's panoramic how my fucking niggas causing problems. If you gotta get it, got me turning churches out of chicken. Okay, pilot got me probably piling up all this pimping. So don't tell me this now, won't feel her lips now. Gon' give me kiss now, wait, hold up. Where your lips been? Tell me where you going, cause you know when I just stepped in, stumbled and we go again. Sucking on my lower limbs, sacking and we pack them, so you know we got them flowing in. Wait, hold up, wait, let me roll up. Wait, hold up, wait, let me roll up. Wait, hey, hold up, wait, let me roll up. Wait, hold up.
I got that, okay though. I got that shit that when you hit, you get the Holy Ghost. My bitch got niggas and they feeling like they Romeo. They asking about me, she replying like we only close. Bitch, while you be lying, we be fucking and you know he know. I don't know when they asking about the mother bitches. I don't know when she asking, are you coming, daddy? I don't show. When she asks me, can I roll a fatty? I don't know. I just gotta tell her why, hold up. I tell her why, hold up. Yeah, I gotta tell her why, hold up. I tell her why, hold up. Yeah, I gotta tell her.
Wait, hold up, wait, let me roll up. Wait, hold up, wait, let me roll up. Wait, hey, hold up, wait, let me roll up. Wait, hold up, shawty. You can bring a friend, let's get naughty. Bring a couple more and it's a party. We can roll it up and sip a Cardi. Hey, shawty. You can bring a friend, let's get naughty. Bring a couple more and it's a party. We can roll it up and sip a Cardi.
DFCRadio.com.
I could pick a hoe, any money mo, line went, damn, baby give me more, listen man, I ain't even know, then a nigga close like, damn, why you ain't cuffin', a lot of niggas taking shots but they ain't never land nothing, if we in the club, baby better understand something, if you grab your hand, you don't get another chance, honey, never get another chance, baby, all the booty, you can put it in a rubber band, honey, fresher than any other man, women, they do anything everything. Niggas never understand money. Or maybe I'm just really that nigga. I ain't wearing no caps or giving out a glass slipper. For the record, had a woman tell me she could do better. Couldn't tell her she was joking, but I couldn't lie. Fucking lie. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when.
Been there for ya. Uptown kicking while you ain't over here. Say hello now, naked when your mans ain't here. Say the water levies won't give a damn in here. We on wrist straight froze. You know what I want when I want what I get her. Pouring Patron and some more with the liquor. Keep going and going, her mouth is so tender. She cry wolf with her hair gone. She a wolf with her hair on. Yabba dabba ding dong. Whoa, goddammit, I'm a bad bitch. Vanity got them all in the hammock. Put the paws on them, got them all in the panic. If we all go to Mars, that's a whole nother planet. Whole nother planet, whole nother planet. Goddamn.
Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like when.
Fucking bad bitches. Getting money while I'm fucking bad bitches live. Fucking bad bitches. Put my face in the city like fucking bad bitches. Getting money while I'm fucking bad bitches live. Fucking bad bitches.
Mic on, hair going.
Headphones on. Everything on. People on. What up? Welcome back. We are the plug.
We are
plugging you
bad.
into everything gaming.
Your gaming source. A couple guys trying to do what they like to do.
Getting down on things.
For a living, to make sure that you guys know that you do. I don't know.
Doing what gamers do.
Yeah, what Saint said. It's because Saint is part of the show. Sam pointed that out.
Thank you.
So get him an SNES Classic 2 when you guys buy us all one.
Yeah, slide me in there.
Slide him into your DM. We have moved on to the second half of the show where we provide you with
Content.
We're doing something now.
But not original content, obviously. I mean, pointed out by YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, that's YouTube.
But
original.
But some content and some reviews, some honest reviews.
Yeah, very honest.
Yeah, sometimes the truth hurts.
Truth hurts. Ow. Yeah.
Yeah. Who shot you?
Splatoon. Splatoon shot me.
Yeah.
Who splatted you?
After you walked
No
all
one-
over
no one
the
splatted me.
first rendition
It's
of
a
this game.
paint game, James.
I'll just say no one splatted me because I was in there getting it.
You
dog.
got? I seen it. I seen you get splatted though. Yeah.
A couple times.
That
you're saying
paint
that
bucket
the
was
splat's
vicious.
her.
So you got
got
splattered.
me. You got me.
Yes.
You got me, dog. Crazy.
Yes, that's how it goes. But that's how sometimes it goes when picking a game. We thought it was going to be garbage.
Yeah,
Say it.
for real.
No. Say it, Rock. You got to, show them how much we really believe in this game.
It was trash, from the gate.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
I know. Once we've got it,
Sometimes one man's trash is another man's treasure.
We try to sell it first.
Sometimes one man thinks it's trash, but it's treasure all along.
and I genuinely,
kind of what I said. Kind of what I said.
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. I
No,
genuinely thought it
'cause
was going
you
to be
guys made the
dookie.
turnaround.
No, I got it. No, I got it.
Yo, what type of gun is that one? My bad.
Oh, that's the Gatling gun. We
You-
unlocked that.
Yeah.
You didn't get the Gatling gun?
No,
we talked about
we
that
stopped it.
when you were
We-
playing.
We stopped it.
We stopped it right there
Yeah,
at the gas.
because we knew if we got that, we would be
Except
there
for
for
it
like
doesn't
another
shoot
couple
like that.
hours.
My
That's
first
the funny
round
thing.
was the Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
just
got
looking
Maybe
at
it's
the
like a
gameplay.
high-powered one.
It's
like
alright.
it's charge based.
I don't like it.
So you gotta
Really,
like run it through and then you gotta
Looking
shoot
at
it
the
again.
gameplay, I mean, obviously it's a third-person shooter. When you first start the game, the majority of it is not really a shooter. They call it turf war.
It's Tony Hawk's graffiti.
You basically splatter paint all over the map in hopes that you have more of the map covered than the other team. I
the
thought
main objective, yeah.
that for the turf wars, and then
Yeah.
obviously after that, level
Ranks,
10, you can
yeah.
get into ranked games. This
Yep.
and that.
Well, level
it gets
9,
more
we'll be there.
competitive. It is definitely a good game.
Yeah,
It
I'll
is.
give them that.
We
It was
slapped the
good.
shit out of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't though.
Oh, we
'Cause
got
we
it.
got it.
Yeah, we
So
got
We
it.
tried to sell it.
No,
Let's not-
you
Not
did.
true. You wanted
No,
to sell it
Rock did.
immediately.
Rock did.
We
No,
all
it
did.
was Jimmy.
We all did.
We
I
all
just
did.
told
We
him I
all
don't
did.
mind selling it. I'll get rid of it immediately.
Well,
Rock offered his services, and but we didn't need them. So
No, we ended up
we
keeping
ended
it.
up, and it was actually, it grew on us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, artistically, the game is well done. Design-wise, it's well done. Obviously, the coding and everything else is well done because
Yeah,
it plays smoothly. It's fluid.
gotta get
The
used to the
controls,
controllers.
you got to get used to it,
Yeah.
but it isn't hard.
No.
It's a
There's
shift
not
from
a
your
lot-
typical first-person shooter. Or
But there's
third-person
not a
shooter.
lot to learn.
Not really. The,
Yeah.
the controls are a little different. From
It
the
is,
typical.
but it's not a lot to
shifted.
learn.
No, definitely not.
It's not as smooth either. It's a little. I don't want to say hesitant, but it has like a certain like tick feel to it when you move to aim.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Okay.
move kind of like a first person shooter.
There's a choppy feel,
Because
yeah.
in like, for instance, if someone was directly behind you and you had to turn around then to shoot them, it was an automatic loss, no matter what. Where in, maybe in like a first person shooter like COD or Destiny,
Or you got to
where
be on your paint.
you could have that, you could turn around fast enough to where you could like let off a couple rounds, throw a grenade, and maybe win the match. But that's not what the game is totally about. You don't want to get caught up in trying to kill people. It's not a frag.
Yeah.
It's not a
That's
frag
where you
contest.
mess up at, I noticed, man. When you try
Right.
to kill a bunch of people, it's a wrap. Like,
And that's what we're mainly focused on because we all like doing that.
So we went in
Yeah.
there, and we lose.
Why are we losing?
And we're like, oh, we lose by.
I didn't lose a single game.
I don't think I did either. But you know what
Whatever,
we're saying.
guys.
I know.
You
We have it all
doing-
recorded.
You weren't doing. Yeah, we do have it. So, but we weren't doing how good, like in terms of good. I think this is what we really mean, like in terms of doing good, like kills, what you're used to.
Yeah.
When you were like, oh, I only got 2 kills, but you might have covered 30% of the map with paint,
Yeah. And
which
that's how
makes you
win.
the player.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
You're the
you
highest
might not-
ranking player on the team.
Yeah, you might not rank the highest though
You possibly
on there
can.
because if the guy had some more kills than you,
Yeah.
they obviously have some sort of.
But they still got to have
algorithm.
some coverage.
Right,
of
where you
paint,
work
too.
that
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
but.
I mean, that just happens when you're going for kills.
Yeah,
though.
but you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of find yourself enjoying this silly part of the game
Yeah.
that makes in nature the game is silly, and you're a squid that goes into ink to absorb the ink to fill your gun.
It's a kiddie nature. It's
Yeah.
Nintendo's way of like
Mm-hmm.
making it safe for everybody, but it's like
playing it makes you silly because you're like,
Yeah.
I'm not going out there to kill these guys or or hurt. I mean, you are going to go on a one-on-one, and then obviously you will splat the other guy, is how they put it.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely a fun game though. Guys.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
genuinely a fun
With
game.
all
plenty
the
of
things
action
that feel
and things-
gimmicky. They like do a great job of like making it. Those are the core mechanics actually. Swimming around in that paint, being
Yeah.
able to jump over
Move
shit.
faster.
Like so, one of the it's a big deal if your left trigger is not aim. That's important to this because every shooter, that's what they are traditionally. And this is
Zoom in.
jump into you
Down
sink,
sights.
you turn into a squid and you sink into the paint. You can swim faster. That's how you reload.
Yeah.
That's like that.
And that's a
whole weird mechanic, but it's
interesting
fun.
point. Even with the sniper, you don't get a zoom down the sights. You don't
No.
get a down scope. You
more of a
are
charge
just
shoot,
and
yeah.
a line, and you're like, oh well, if they're at this distance, then that's a good, well scoped line, but it's not actually through a scope or through an iron sight or anything like that.
You just got to have good aim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to be skilled.
Yeah, for
So
real.
That wall climbing.
they offer this strategic advantage over the weapons, whereas if you're a skilled player, you will be rewarded by being able to do just like how snipers are in COD or other games. You actually have to have a sleight of hand, a gifted hand to to finesse the controller in a certain way to be good all the time down scope.
Yeah.
Or no scoping either.
Yeah, because that's where you get real.
And by doing that, by not giving the scope, I think they add into that like, hey, this could be a really devastating weapon if used properly. But if not, you're probably going to be like, ah, man, it's trash. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like, if you don't decide to play with it,
Yeah.
then you're not going to get good with it. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, sure.
It's not like the paint bucket where you're like, hey,
Splash, 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 splash.
and you're having
Throw
fun.
that shit
You know?
Splash, splash.
But I like that because it offers so many different play styles. Maybe
Yeah.
one day you want to be more more
of a painter.
Yeah, a painter, but maybe you want to be more of a strategic guy that sits back and sits above a bunch of people and picks them off and learn the sniper. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the team core too. Like everybody's
Yeah.
gonna have to do something. Yes.
One of the cons of the game, they do not let you switch your role while you're in the game.
That is
so
you are that character.
You can't decide to go, well, hey, we're lacking here. Let me change up and try to fill that gap.
Yeah, you got to back out and go in a new room.
You got to just keep playing, or keep playing the game. I mean, I guess you could quit and start another game.
Well,
when you back up, you got to go. You're leaving the room.
Even when the round ends,
I don't
if you
like
hit
how
continue,
any of that is set up.
Yeah, you have to hit continue.
If you hit
That
continue, you
lobby
can't
is
back out of the next
Yeah.
lobby. They got to fix that.
The only two things I didn't like about it.
I don't know if that's something that they're fixing. I
It
think
trap
that's how
you
it
into the
is.
game, so you got to play the next one.
It's fine. I'll live with it.
Yeah.
But I didn't like when we first turned the game on and it had that like tilt access where that's how you're up and down.
They
side to
introduce
side.
you to the game, with the motion control.
Yeah.
And I don't like that either.
I don't.
Yeah.
I get it. You're
Sam's
trying
saying
to
it
introduce-
might, be like
So,
some competitive
I've
edge in it
listened
later.
to some stuff online where people talk about if you got to adjust your total play style, but if you know how to use that right, you can have higher settings on your right joystick, so you can look
Like
super
the higher-
fast.
higher sensitivity.
Yeah, the higher
Yeah.
sensitivities, and then you can fine tune adjust with the motion. But you got to be you have to know how to do that just like
Yeah,
that.
but that means you can't play in a relaxed state.
Yeah,
and I don't find this game.
You adjust anyway, so while you're running, you get relaxed.
No,
You know,
I don't
like-
find this. No, I know this is like what they did with the Wii U. You find yourself not playing the game like
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to lay back, like I want to play Zelda, and I want to lay back and play Zelda. Well, on the Wii, I can't because I gotta be like, you know what I mean. So
That's fair.
I can only play for so many hours.
Yeah.
Where if I want to play this game, like I want to play this game for several hours, I find myself not able to do that with those types of controls.
Yeah,
I don't know
You
that.
know?
It wasn't
It's
a
the same thing with the
comfortable
3DS.
feel.
With
It wasn't
3DS,
comfortable at all.
after a certain time, at the first time they introduced you, like, in Zelda, you can aim like this at the stuff you want to shoot at.
And then
you're
you
like,
start
that is
turning it
so
off.
cool. That is so
That's a cool feature.
And then the fourth time you do it when you're like, and you're not realizing, like, hey, your hands are moving the whole time when you're trying to do that. And you're like,
Yeah.
and you're doing weird stuff with the augmented reality.
Maybe if
and you
they-
look like a weirdo, and you're just trying to shoot some, I don't know, arrow to pass some weird shit in Ocarina of Time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a little much.
What
You
if it
just
was like
keep it
mapped to a
traditional.
button almost? So if
You
it
could
was
hit
like
the
a
button
hidden
and then
you
go
hit
into
the
that
button
mode.
and then it turns it on.
Absolutely, but not to automatically, because in
Then you're stuck. in it. I
3DS
get
you're
what you mean.
automatically in that mode. So you could still search with your D-pad, but if you start to move it, it moves augmented reality. I mean, I think that's it's just taking it to a place in the gaming world that I don't think most people want to go with.
It's a video game. Come on.
Exactly. I think that's why they sell the Pro Controller.
You guys sold me on that shit hands
Did you
down.
feel a competitive edge to this game personally?
I think
there's
when
a whole
you
competitive side.
get to the weapon
Yeah.
loadouts and then you're like really, once again, I hate that it's forcing you to stay into one of those loadouts.
Yeah.
But I think when you really put it all together, the amount of weapons and perks that your clothing can give you and all that, there is definitely a strategic and competitive edge to the game.
So you would play it competitively?
I'm not saying I would.
Not esports though. No.
I'm not saying I would, but definitely I can see how people could definitely launch this into that.
Nintendo's gonna push it.
and
They are
kind
pushing
of
it.
they can you can cultivate that and make it.
I
into-
personally like the game a lot. I'm just being honest. Like I like it a lot. I
Yeah, we
thought
thought it
I
was
thought it was going
trash.
to be trash, but
We
I
wanted
ended
to
up.
fight when we bought it.
Yeah, I'm loving it now, and it's like I just don't have that competitive feel to it. Like it's just too cartoony and like
Take it
playful.
home.
It feels
Take
like
it
a
home,
kiddie
dog.
game. It feels.
Take it home.
Take it home.
play it over a
Yeah.
little bit.
Hey, try to feel.
Right.
Hey, don't play it on like mobile though.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just
Playing this
saying-
handheld is just terrible.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot. I don't think I would play it competitively. I think how I received it was a game I could pick up, play very easily.
The multiplayer is a problem for me because I wish it had split screen, dude. For
Rock, yes, preach.
Man, if that was there, man, that would have made this a great game and a competitive edge. I feel like would have been there,
especially from a local aspect, at least, because I think it really is missing that. It says in its description, team-based, multiplayer shooter. With no local, not even a two-player local.
Honestly, two players would have
been online.
It's all online. It's a one-player, one screen.
It's the Titanfall problem too.
I don't get that. Yeah. I really don't.
Yeah. I don't understand that at all. To me, that was like the biggest con for me, where I just felt like
he got con.
Well, I take this game home, and my wife asked me about it, and she's like, "This looks like a game I could play," and I'm like, "Well, you're gonna play it by yourself."
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to play. She's like, "Well, what? You're gonna go play something else?" And I'm like, "No, it's not. It looks like a game you would play multiplayer,
but it's not.
But it's not. It's a one-player, one screen, and it's just you. And you're gonna have to go and load into. And she's like, "I don't want to. I don't want to go into whatever you guys call it." And I'm like, "It's matchmaking." She's like, "Whatever." I'm like, "Well, that's how you get matched."
Yeah. As much as I like this game, though,
she doesn't want to learn about that. She just wants to play.
As much as I like this game, that is a big fail for me.
Two-player split screen is all they need.
Yeah, it's like it's not worth it like that anymore.
Ball on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. They did a lot of things right though, so I got to give them that.
I mean, I told you it's fun. I like it a lot.
Let's put it in figures.
But that ruined it for me, where it just didn't hit that yo, go buy it and let's play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I was just thinking that's how we would be playing it too, and then it was like, oh no, you guys got to each buy your own individual copy.
Yeah.
And then we got angry.
But to talk crazy on this game doing things right, let's talk numbers. Did you see the Japanese sales figures, Rock?
Oh, Japan.
So in Japan, on day 4 of Splatoon releasing, it outsold total copies of Breath of the Wild to date.
We're not in Japan.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's how. But still, you got to pay attention to that.
Okay, Breath of the Wild outsold Splatoon 2 in America.
But so we're on day 4 versus
I'm just
months.
saying. I'm just saying.
It's not like Japan has less appreciation for Zelda.
They might.
They obviously do.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
going
what
to say.
your
That's
stat.
obviously what
I think we just.
That's what I think your stat
the hype
disproved.
hasn't built on Splatoon as much out here because
Splatoon is a fun game. It's not. I'm not taking nothing from it, but it not having that local multiplayer makes it not worth it to me. It is trash,
especially in America.
Yeah, I mean,
so now you're saying the game is trash.
Well, this is the problem with Nintendo. When I play Nintendo, if I'm not playing a game like Zelda, it's a multiplayer system for me, and it's always been like that.
It's a party system.
And if it doesn't have that, it's like it loses its appeal.
It's family entertainment.
Yeah, but I do like the game. Don't get it wrong. I like it a lot, but without being able to play when it has the multiplayer faction, come on, man. It's like,
you said a couple nice things about it. You're entitled to say a couple bad things about it. Okay,
they get 2 and 2.
Totally good. Yeah. I mean, I feel you in the same regard. They dropped the ball by not providing that. They did the same thing with the first one. You thought they would change it in the second one. Probably. I don't know. Nintendo does things their own way.
But I mean, to sell the copies, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to push Switches.
But good job, Nintendo. I liked it a lot. It just
Yeah. You made non-believers believers.
Yeah, because I was giving you guys shit for this one. I won't even lie.
So they splatted you.
I don't get splatted, G.
Oh, Rock's gonna take it home.
I have
a splat fest.
footage that says otherwise.
Well, go ahead. Let's
you want to check it out?
No, pop it up, dog.
No,
I'll send it to James right now.
No.
Damn.
We have Google Drive set up now.
The threats
so
are real.
Send it digitally right here during the show.
Splat
We
over
can
here,
do
G.
it.
No splat
I won't show it then. I won't. I won't.
Well, be careful what we show. The Nintendo troll.
All right. Yeah. You guys are crazy.
You are.
It's crazy. Why? Oh, you like the sound effects? I had to do something.
The Nintendo troll.
Absolutely. That's what I loved. But I mean, it's safe to say Splatoon 2 came through, changed our minds. We were on the other side of the fence. We were on the
Completely.
fence, hopping over. It brought us back.
Are we gonna rate this? Oh,
Yeah, I mean, are you guys want to bring the rating system in officially?
Yeah, we should.
7
Okay.
7 episodes in, I think people are ready for it.
Yeah, you know.
Well, we do. I don't want to say it's unique. Most
little
people
different.
it's different.
Many of you already know the phrase.
Many people know. Yeah,
Yeah.
you either give a fuck or you don't. Right?
Or you give 2.
Well, we got 2 fucks to give.
2 hands, 2 fucks.
We got 2 hands. We got 2 fucks. We either keeping them both in our pockets or we're bringing them both out. On this game, I'm gonna give it.
Ooh, it's a tough one.
I'm gonna give it 1 fuck.
Yeah.
Because I was further on the no side than I was on the yes side, but then it brought me to the yes side, but it didn't really. Totally,
You wouldn't buy a copy by yourself.
I'm glad that we are able to
Yeah.
gather the resources as a group and pay for the games and play them and experience them in that way. But yeah,
Definitely.
if once finding out it only is offered 1 player, 1 screen, that did it for me. I mean, I wasn't going to go out and spend the $60 for 1 copy just for me.
None of us were.
I don't think it offers enough.
Yeah.
No.
For that, great game, greatly appreciated. I love playing it. I can only give 1 because you know how hard it is to give 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to compete with Destiny. That's
I agree with you 100% on that. I give it 1 fuck too, but I could honestly say if it had a local multiplayer, I would have went and bought a copy.
Yeah, I know.
They would've got,
and you would have got another fuck too.
Yeah, and they
I would have gave
got
2
2
fucks, and then it would have been serious.
Yeah,
I almost want to give
got
it
2 fucks, and I would have bought a copy instead of just a group copy.
And that's saying a lot.
there you go.
I almost want to give it like a fuck and a half, solely just because of that. The local
Ooh,
multiplayer.
a fucking like a little
like a little
like a half. Like ooh,
yeah.
I would
like
know.
I throw the fuck out there like
Yeah.
real double. No,
give him a
it's
fucking a
well,
knuckle.
it's just one. That's a big critical flaw.
Yeah.
It's just not being able to just play it with some.
You see me, I was
Yeah,
like, hey, you
so
know what? I need to
doozy,
borrow that
man.
game to play it myself.
But see,
Especially on a
the
4-player
more you
team.
talk about it not having a local multiplayer, the more disgusted you get with the
But
game.
remember how
Isn't that crazy?
What's like
dude?
2 switches, 4 people. That's a team.
right?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
yeah.
We got 2 TVs
But
right
remember
here.
when we thought that we hyped ourselves? We're like, hey, well, maybe they're like, you bring your own system, one like
Yeah.
the DS. is-
Remember they
Yeah.
talked about that too.
they did, but we were.
Made it seem like we're going to be out in the
didn't
park
even
playing
have-
this fucking
We
game.
tried to convince ourselves of it that it could be something else, but I don't
But
know.
really good game, Nintendo. Again, it's just
Absolutely.
you guys dropped the ball on an important part that just
I think I think you're 100%.
Yeah,
on
I
it.
just
I'm
like
not-
how you just, you know,
Yeah, I
really
like
good
I,
game,
I
but
like how you that delivery, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really true. Like
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Who
However,
you gonna enjoy it with?
You really just ruined it for me by not
Yeah.
adding that part into it because
It
that's
is-
what I look to for you.
it's
When I
super
look at,
disappointing.
I can play Donkey Kong 2-player.
Yeah.
Oh
How
my
come I
God.
can load with second person in on Donkey Kong? That's what got to be more complex than doing it on Splatoon. So you made that choice for what reason? Right, obviously
know.
try to make some money, and we don't.
Manvies.
And it's not. It's
They
not,
made some.
It's not worth it
They made
for
some.
us. You know, we've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the request is out there.
Yeah. Oh, there's always an update. There's always
Always an
DLC.
update.
So if you guys if you can fix that,
I hope they do. The salmon
You've
run looks
gotta
super
sell.
interesting, but once again,
We didn't
it's
even
like
jump into it. Yeah.
well, we didn't because we knew what it was, and I mean, we didn't know its entirety, but we knew the style of play that it was. But
yeah.
we were more PvP oriented,
we wanna see how it was gonna be.
players, right, on that competitive edge. Whereas that's more of
This year, more shooting the ground.
well, it's just like a played out level where you're doing waves and stuff like that.
But at the same time, the whole painting the ground and everything, like I don't see a flaw in it.
No.
Yeah.
No,
it,
I like
it works
that.
to your advantage.
Like,
it makes it a great
It makes
game.
a shooter
but
a new game.
It allows you to be in a shooter that's not so serious, so it's offering that refreshing, like
Yeah.
not so stressed out side about it,
Yeah.
where you can like kind of catch yourself like just painting a huge area, and you're like, why did I just do that? Like,
Yeah,
God,
but
why
it
am I
gave
over
you
here
the-
painting?
the advantage
and then
to
you're
when
like,
they come.
oh wait, you just won the game,
Yeah,
dog. And you're like over in the corner painting it, and they're like,
But-
hey, nobody's seen me. And they're like, you did a great job.
It gives you an
like-
advantage too, because when they show up, they're trying to paint the whole area. You're hiding in it,
Yeah.
and just pop up, bam, and now you're getting those kills that count. You know,
Especially with the
it
roller,
is.
man. That shit was
Yeah, the
man.
roll. Hey, shout out
Yeah.
the roller.
Yeah,
the
roller,
roller
for
is
real, dog. The
Yeah.
bucket, the paint bucket.
No, the
dog.
roller's real.
The
Hey,
roller,
the roller's the
splash.
realest weapon
yeah.
there,
Both
man.
of
But the
those.
paint bucket.
Oh, yeah, I
dog,
love the
come
paint buckets.
on, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
You
that
could
they.
just-
We tried the 85 zapper too. It's
Right.
it's all right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Right.
Zap.
Ooh.
It's pretty good. The duck hunt gun?
The duck hunt gun. Yeah.
Oh, you
By the
guys
way, you
got
can get a
that?
duck hunt gun.
I didn't see it. though.
Yeah, I got.
Sam was over there getting. He's like,
It was pretty good.
That was a good one, and I thought it was going to be a single shot, and then it
Yeah, it's
turns
a
out to be
yeah.
just,
Oh.
yeah, spray the area.
But see, this
And then
is
it had
the
that
sad part.
armor.
I'm just saying, because in my house, like this would have been a great game, and like if it had the multiplayer on there, dog. Again,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
know,
think about
I know.
that. Like, damn,
It is. It's that big of a deal that like it's our only.
Yeah.
It might be the
And
only.
we only bought one copy as us.
It would only be the. It might be the biggest gripe, but it is so important.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think that's been a lot of games' reason why people, especially in America, because this is important for the difference of Japan and America. In Japanese gaming, they look for these type of games that are actually like more outside of the box, where
Yeah.
it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. They love Call of Duties and games
Yeah.
like that too, but this is like they're quirky. Like it's witty, it's fun, it's smart. Like it's all these things that make the game rather than it just being so action packed that you just have to love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it brings a new, refreshing genre of a game that you enjoy just as much as those action packed games, but it's via a different, pathway to you, how you're perceiving it.
Mm-hmm.
You're perceiving it through this like quirky, kind of silly. They're a squid that it takes, paint and then uses it through a paint gun. You know what I mean? Like you were carrying. One of them's even fashioned as like a high tech automobile, paint gun.
Yeah.
So they did their research. Like it all adds up. You know what I
gun
mean? Like
types fit.
right.
talking
You
about
know what I'm
But
saying? Like
I thought that
It's
that
a
was
complete
dope how
game,
they
yeah.
turned like paint, like
yeah,
things
and then
that
they're
you
like,
would
oh, it's
paint with
ink.
a weapon,
It's ink,
like-
and then you're a squid. But hey,
Yeah.
how about this?
You
The
drown.
squid
Oh, yeah.
they can't go in water.
Oh my God. Yeah. I remember seeing you jump in the water. He's like,
What are you teaching
"Ah!"
kids, Nintendo?
Almost threw the controller
He got
through
so
the
upset.
wall.
That was some classic shit.
And I'm literally like, why are you so mad? I'm like, I'm a squid.
He's a squid.
I just drowned.
Don't make sense.
Yeah, and I believe in that. What are you?
And you
teaching
heard
kids?
them drown. They were like,
Yeah, they knew it. They're like, oh, they're gonna hate
oh
this.
man, it was worse than getting shot to death with paint was to drown.
I don't know, but nonetheless, we had a great
Yeah.
time playing
Yeah,
the game.
yeah.
I recommend it. But buyer beware.
I'll wait till it drops in price.
Buyer beware. It's one player, one screen.
Yeah.
And maybe that's like, and I didn't get to see
Good
much
game,
of it here,
though.
but
Good
did you
game,
guys
though.
see
Yeah.
much of the online? Like, there is a whole social network they build into
Yeah.
it. I just don't know it that well.
We didn't jump far into it either. We just really got into the PvP
So
part of it. So
If you got the friends that you already play with online, that might be like your note. It looked pretty dope for like a lobby style with like the big open street to run around in.
Oh, binging of the lobby and style like that was they didn't really clear that. There's not a clear cut
What's going on?
introduction
Yeah.
and all that.
You're just there.
They kind of throw you into it.
yeah.
Leaves it like a open. It's like a hub. It's like a transportation hub. You
Yeah.
can take several ways. It's one area that will take you to several different places and several different types of transportation, I guess. I don't know. You can walk through the buildings. You can just use it through your start button to get to the lobby. You can walk through the doors to get to the lobby. Clothing, all that type of stuff is there. It's a complete game.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know about. We're talking about these games. Maybe it was a $40 game. I think maybe if they offer it at $40 to get
Yeah.
more people in America to buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That'd be a probably pretty good price point for it. I think
I
so.
feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who knows? The DLC and live updates.
And yeah,
fix it.
Like those weekly game style changes and all like. So at least the game is continuously changing too. So
It
see how
is too.
goes.
I don't know. I like that part too. The live updates and stuff.
Good
That's
luck
pretty
in the
cool.
future.
Right.
I mean, the live updates was pretty dope. I like that too.
There
That
were a
was
couple when
Like
you
the
were
TV
when you
personalities
missed
and
one
everything?
too. Yeah, and they brought in like a new weapon that we were allowed to use, or it unlocked one. Maybe it cycles.
Oh,
The
okay.
updates.
It was for guns you can get in the store, and then what
Yeah.
maps you were playing on. And
But it's cool. It's a cool, nifty little way to introduce like a different way to experience the game. I mean, we're not used to live updates. Maybe like it's not as so cool as we thought. Like it's something brand new, but they're cycling it through the week, and it's like a Destiny or a weekly reset, but it's offered through the game while you're playing it. So you only experience it if you're playing it. If you're not, then you miss it.
Did you guys ever step into that like black market area or?
No,
No,
where
you did.
where you only where you
Yeah, you
go
did.
where you only go if you really really need money.
Yeah, I went over there, but we didn't.
Wait, what?
We didn't do anything.
That's what
so-
they say. They're like, don't go to that spot. Don't go to that spot over there. Only if you really really need the cash.
That's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
It's it's the it's the corner
Yeah,
spot
yeah.
in Splatoon 2.
yeah, it's where
Yeah.
you splat for money.
Is that what that is?
Man, that's terrible.
the splat donor.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, you guys!
Well, that's the end of the show.
But yes, the splat donor.
What's your blood type? And when's the last time? No.
Oh fuck.
But seriously, what is it in the corner? Do you guys know? Did you guys go there? You
I
don't know.
just-
So
we just
Sam
went
might
there.
really know. You might splat for money there.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like
If you're really
I'm wondering
Come
because like
over
we didn't
here,
really
squid.
we didn't really go into the area. It was like they
You
started
went into it?
talking weird, and we was like,
Rock, you were there.
Yeah, you were there.
I didn't go inside though.
You
Like
What did you
were
do over
there.
there?
What
I
did you
went to
do?
the corner. I
What
started
were you
talking to
doing?
the first guy. He doesn't even talk
What did he
like
say to
everybody
you?
else.
What did he offer you?
He didn't ask me to splat
How
nothing
much
for no
money did
money,
they give
dog.
you?
That's all I know.
How much money did
I
they
wasn't
give you?
splatting nothing for no dough.
I love it.
He just wanted to know if I wanted to go into the back room. You know?
Oh,
I refused. I'm just saying. Like, that's how it was. It was like, come right back here. You know?
I said no thanks, sir.
You want to make some dough? Now, now that I think about it, you might be splatting for some money or being splatted on for something.
oh
I
my
don't know.
god.
The conspiracy.
Well,
Hey,
I'll let you guys get into that part.
we won't. We aren't going to get into that part, but right now we are going to take a break,
breaky.
and we're going to come back with
Free stuff.
free stuff.
Yes.
Which
Call
we
in.
always do that. Call in 562-653.
0707.
Thank you.
Oh, take that. Take that.
We're also going to have
Stalled.
new releases this week,
Yep.
releases coming up, and games we will be playing in the coming week, and games we
Yes.
think you should be picking up and experiencing with us.
Great.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, dfzradio.com. The plug.
Team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man. We get them off, man. We on the front court shooting. You just a ball fan. I'm on the top back. Y'all do it all bad. Grind on the regular. Tell competitors all bad. Test the team, homie. Watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change. I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up. Rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lockup. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long Beach riding to death, we straight smashing. This is for my family. This is for the masses. This ADX anthem in case anyone asks me. Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who running with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night. Streets holding tight. I ain't grind for my life on my life. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling.
Hey, I rep my team, rep my city, and rep my scene. I'm down for mine, on the grind all the time, like overtime. X, I ride to the death, can't do it like this, so don't try to step. Can't move it like this, so don't try to test. Got shoppers on the side of me, right in my left, cause we do it so swift, we do it so sick, and we ain't gonna stop. We got money to get, we got honeys to flip, got the streets on lockdown, so why would we stop now? We holding the spot down. Down with Diesel Hennessy, a bad bitch next to me, 80X Henry going down up in history. Do it to the death of me, so ain't nothing left of me. Dumping off the weaponry, hold it down for centuries.
Taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who wanted with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, for my life. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling.
Bonafide hustler, stay up in the street, grinding all day and all night so we can eat. Roll up on your homies like niggas, stick 'em up. Now bags in the stash in the back of the truck. Pounds of the diesel, throw it in the air. Tipping Hennessy for my niggas who ain't here. Back on my feet after shedding a few tears. Give me 2 years, stacked up with a few mil. Niggas locked up, but the homies still here. Rapping ADX fresh in the full gear. Killing the recession, pumping on the chop. Teddy Brock chop, killing blue clocks. Haters got no idea you ain't ready. It'll be a sad song if you niggas test me. Them niggas tryna send 100 cops to come get me. Gibbo sprayed a couple shots and told them bitches come catch me.
Taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who wanted with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, for my life. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling.
I am Pluto. Never forget. Never forget. Okay. I'm so groovy. I got power. I'm so groovy. I got power. That's your bitch. I just bought it. Oh, that's your bitch. I just bought it. Perks and mallet. Plain Jane. I just fucked the face. I don't know her name. Tom Brady, Tony Snow. I just backdoored your hoe. Going crazy at the drugs. I just suicide my door. Candy yams in the apartment. Living life, need no. Hydrocodone, let me breathe. BBS is on my sleeve. Purring my like codeine. Blind your eye with my ring. You ain't never gonna see me. I can Stella than McCartney. High fashion. John Madden. Bisex. No relation. Bought the jet. 60K. Austin Powell. MIA. Steve Cigar. Hard to kill. Stuff cigars. Hide your broad. She Photoshop. I'm photogenic. I just bit the bit. Did a U-turn. Duck cops. Serving rocks. Made it to the top, Fuck going pop, I'm so groovy. I got power. I'm so groovy. I got power. That's your bitch. I just bought it. Oh, that's your bitch. I just bought it. Perks and mallet. Plain Jane. I just fucked the face. I don't know her name. On the last down, on the last con, done turned it up to an icon. Pippin' hoes, nigga, These thoughts exposed niggas, Paper tags on the yacht. I just smashed in the clouds. 1,000 bags in the clouds. Louis Red, wipe me down. Cash King on the clown. So prestige, so profound. Cash cloud, let me live. 50 cars at the crib. Private dinners on the leer. VVS is when I steer. Glisten glam on my ear. Out of space when I appear. Promethazine on my seal. A yellow bone in the rear. Doppel God, I'm in here. Fuck your squad, they some queers. My conversation bring a meals to you. I get my brother, bring a bell to you. Killers on the right and the left to you. Gang, whatever's left. I'm so groovy. I got power. I'm so groovy. I got power. That's your bitch. I just bought it. Oh, that's your bitch. I I just bought it. Perks and Miley, plain Jane, I just fucked the face, I don't know her name, I don't know her name, I don't know her name, sitting in the vert, got it out of dirt, courtroom blow, now I'm sitting courtside with your hoe, at his work miracles, Benji subliminal, Uptown Lenny's, all about the business, pour a little Henny, told him to see me, make a love with my diamonds on, diamonds on honeycomb, hit him with a stick, I just cut the groove, serve like Denny's, bitch brown like a penny, told her up in 1 minute, out the country I hit it, playing with the treasures in the suit, all money got me with the juice, made a bad bitch my masseuse, take a little stress off the crew. I'm so groovy, I got power. I'm so groovy, I got power. That's your bitch, I just bought it. Oh, that's your bitch, I just bought it. Perks and Miley, plain Jane,
Yes. And we are back.
What's up, everybody? Yo, yo.
The plug.
The plug.
Hey, yo.
Your gaming source, connecting you to everything gaming.
Yep.
Your neighborhood news. And reviews supplier. Taking you higher and higher.
The good stuff.
I can't eat. I can't sleep. I got the cleanest house on the street.
You wild, baby.
That sounds like Crystal Man.
Hey, hey, that's my
That's
ditty,
what video
yo.
games are.
Come on,
That's my ditty.
No. We are getting ready to wrap up the show.
Yep.
It's been a good
We want to
evening.
talk about some of the games that we will be playing over the weekend, over the next week, maybe for the next month. Some of the games that are going to hold us over till Destiny 2 comes out and our PlayStation 4 Pro shows up. But you know, just something to keep us entertained. And I'm looking at Fortnite.
Yes. You talked me into it. So
Gearbox.
Well, not really.
Gearbox, the
magic word.
men behind Borderlands, that we all loved. They have teamed up with Epic Games, which I'm pretty sure is the same. I don't want to say that, but it might be the same duo that Duke Nukem that made Duke Nukem. Is Gearbox and Epic Games made Duke Nukem, the new one that they released. Because I think I've seen it. Did you guys play Bulletstorm?
Yeah,
I did like.
Okay, yeah. So
it was like Gears of War-ish, but
yeah,
weird, right?
Right, but yeah, it had the kick and the whip. Right. So they actually made a Duke Nukem not that long ago expansion for Bulletstorm.
I've seen
you
that.
could get like the Game of the Year edition, and then it actually had Duke Nukem as a playable character.
It's a little Fortnite in the background too.
Yeah, but Fortnite looks like it has that artistic. Same artistic feel as those games to it, but it is one of these survival/craft games. Does that make you laugh?
I'm looking at the little video thing right now.
Does that make you laugh?
It did.
Does it make you laugh?
It looked like a pinata, like Viva Pinata or something.
But it looks like a super interesting game. It was early access this week.
It's a crazy city.
But yeah, it's actually a couple. There's actually a couple areas that look very interesting. There's a lot of loadouts, as it should be, you're showing on the screen, where you can develop a play style. You're not going to be set into any certain play style. You're actually going to be able to customize through a couple different attributes to basically make your own type of play style, where you have a lot of customizations and a lot of you can manipulate the way the character plays and the way the character feels while being played throughout the game. So it's also going to have a crafting, which we know has been becoming very popular within games through Minecraft. They kind of like bridge that gap into the mainstream, where you can make a mainstream game and then offer this crafting portion to it that enriches the game's experience.
Oh, I thought he was doing it right now.
Makes the game almost feel more open because you're collecting to create weapons as
you're
opposed
collecting crates, right.
and you don't know what the next thing is.
Gives
Instead
a
of seeing
person
like get to
purpose.
level 67 to unlock this gun.
Gives a
And see-
purpose to you
Yeah.
collecting stuff.
I don't even know what this is. That's
Fortnite.
why I'm tripping.
It
at.
feels
you're
a bit
gonna
more
trip. And your
endless.
mind's gonna be blown because you're gonna be playing it tomorrow.
Yeah, this is the one you said was trash.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When?
You said it was trash. Gearbox.
couple days ago.
A lot of people thought it would be trash too. So you're not necessarily
I don't
wrong.
think I said that.
You might have, because
Yeah.
sometimes you're just like in trash mode, which is the reason why we're getting you the
Trash
Oscar the
monster,
Grouch trash
costume.
can.
that you just constantly be in.
Just gonna get you the Halloween
sometimes you
outfit.
just sometimes you just get
Each
in those
episode, you're gonna
modes.
rise through the lid's gonna pop off and there's rock.
Well, I mean, I've never seen the game, so I'm sure James made that up.
We're just messing with you.
Yeah, no, you
No,
actually, I
but
think
no,
you said
we
it's trash.
actually
I'm 100% sure you're
we there were some naysayers, if you will, on the show, and
I was a
I
bit of a
actually
naysayer at first.
I actually was like, I'll give this thing a chance. I actually went ahead and downloaded it. I remember I was like, it's free, download it now. But you can download it, but you have to have the prepaid Founders Pack to play. But it lets you download the entire game. You just don't get access to it. Yeah, exactly. But nonetheless, it made me look further into the game, and I realized that this might be a game worth buying and a game worth playing.
Are they mining?
And then, yeah,
It looks
exactly.
like they're mining for.
Yeah, you're mining right now.
Resources.
You're resourcing right now,
So
and
you
I
can
like how they
build up
do
your
it. It's
house.
way more Look, it's just way more active.
Yeah.
It's way more.
So what type of
it's
gameplay
animated.
is it, though?
It's not dumbed down. It's still. This is a survival. You're in the apocalypse. You're
Yeah.
a zombie apocalypse. You're
Yeah.
surviving the zombie apocalypse, and
Yeah.
you're also crafting.
Huh.
The phrase is "Don't take shelter, make it."
Huh.
And so you're crafting for.
I talked shit about a zombie.
Yeah, their trailer looks like a
survival
totally
game.
different game.
You didn't know what
It
it,
looks
was
awesome.
before we talked
And
about
I
it.
think I'll be playing it because guess what? All those people are all in the network together. So
They're
this is a
friends?
great game. Well, I mean, they can be friends. They could be
Schmenemies. Oh, yeah, he fucked that
acquaintances.
one
They
girl.
could be complete strangers. We don't know because
Yeah.
this is just a video off the internet.
I know. Oh no, I didn't say
this
them.
is
Funny
changing
how that
everything.
works.
This is
I
saw that, and it, I mean, give it to their trailer.
Satan got it. No one else. Just got my Yogi Bearism there.
I
But
hear
but nonetheless, like this looks like a super fun game. It's $40 to get started. It actually gives you. It's not like a total like buy to win, pay to play, pay to win type
But can
deal.
you?
No,
All right.
you can buy an initial package that gives you access to the game and then some sort of perks to the resources.
like packs to get those things.
Well, yeah, in Fable Fortune they call them packs, and this one it's the legend or it's
The crate.
no founders. They call it a founders pack. So your original purchase for the game and then some resources. So like let's say you decide to spend $39. You get access to the game and then you get access to X amount of resources to help you through the beginning parts of the game. But if you paid $100, you're going to get those extra resources plus access to the game. So
I'm kind of intrigued. I'm sitting here watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I
so
kinda got sucked
you can buy in to the game to a different level,
Zombie.
but everybody starts off at the same level, and you're going to start off at the same crafting. You're all going to do the same tutorial. It's not going to expedite you through any of that stuff at all. It's going to expedite you in terms of maybe building
Material.
and crafting materials, but you're not going to do that by yourself. You're going to actually help some other person when you're playing the game do that.
What's
So-
tripping me out is like, I watched this trailer at first that they posted on the site, and they were going all big with, and it looked like
They've been posting
fucking-
trailers since 2015 or
Okay, but
2014.
The
you
main
know?
trailer they released that was like more recent, that's
Yeah.
like was on the Xbox like home screen. Check this game out. It looked like just Call of Duty Zombies, and that was about it because it was them helping people inside of a diner. This is a totally different game than what it looked like, or like what I perceived seeing the first trailer for it that they had.
Yeah, it looks
So
like a
this
really
is-
fun game.
Yeah, this is way more open than what it looked like.
Yeah, that I could get behind, and it looks like it's, especially with its network capabilities, and you playing online with friends or
Should just
people
say
you
mushrooms.
met. Well, the good kind of mushrooms.
How else do you
Jake.
think you start seeing zombies?
Yeah, you might be right. What if that's a key part of the game? Gotta eat mushrooms to keep seeing the zombies.
I've never seen zombies. I've just, I always see zombies.
There you go.
So when I take
all my
mushrooms,
friends
I
are
don't
dead.
see zombies. But it looks like a Minecraft.
I mean, it
better
looks pretty
version of
good to me.
Minecraft, right? You guys a lot of people like Minecraft, but they're not willing to play it because of the graphics, because of the way it makes you feel while you play it. It makes you feel like it's not that interesting. It's not that.
I've never played it. It just looks like shit to me.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's
than
what I'm saying.
Minecraft.
And then this, exactly. So this is essentially what they're doing is in Minecraft. It's the same thing. They're mining and then crafting, but it gives you this this presence of danger as well, to where like if you don't craft, then you don't survive.
Honestly, what I'm tripping off of is like certain areas that have certain material. And
Absolutely.
But
Well,
like you got time to run over there and get it. Like how long did it give you to like farm?
It says till the drone crash here, so that's an event. Obviously, something's going to happen. So if you are not on top of your game, you're going to have to deal with another issue right here, or this could be a public event
Well, it says
where you're waiting
speedrun
for
on the
that
right,
drone.
3 days left.
So
it's like-
that's an inside speed run that they're telling you to probably see. Like
You probably got like set times.
they're
for,
also
like,
playing into, when you see stuff like that, you know that they're playing into a community.
Yeah.
Where they're directly responding to a community that does speed runs. They're saying, "Hey, we have an objective for you. Speed run, 3 days left. Finish this in a certain amount of time."
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it too, and I think I'm on it.
It's got a good combination of PvE and PvP on the same map, which is always good.
I honestly, I would be curious to see if they actually split that and have a PvP area and then also a PvE area where maybe one's like maybe a arena based where maybe you could even go against each other directly.
Oh, man.
Neverwinter had a good thing like that where it was like you.
We've
and
seen
hopefully
it before.
like the specific area that once you break
crazy.
the line, it's live
Yeah, that's what I'm
PvP
tripping off of,
on the
too.
same map.
Maybe we shouldn't have put on this video. I'm sitting here just paying attention to this.
Yeah, I know.
It,
You guys
it looks
haven't said
good.
anything.
Yeah.
It looks really
I'm
good.
so
I
sorry.
kind of want it.
I really want to play this, guys.
Yeah,
Well,
me
here
too.
it is. I know that's what I'm saying. This is it's
Yeah.
$40 title. This is this trend that we've been talking about where look at you see it and you're like, "Oh, well, that doesn't look
All I seen was
to
the lettering,
par."
the lettering title head. That's it.
And then you're like, "Oh, what is it? It's a $30 game. It's a $20 game. Oh, that's not gonna
I don't really see like it being fun like PvP though.
Well,
I'm just saying that's probably something that they're offering to just like, for instance, Dark Souls. They
take their
didn't know that there was a viable PvP offering in Dark Souls until they realized that when they got people together from two different factions that they would want to fight each other to the death. And
You're gonna die.
And then they're like, "Well, we have to make an arena for this." You know what I mean? Like, that was an afterthought of the entirety of the thing. So for games that are just coming out, they would want to try to be ahead of that curve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe they're offering that as just like, hey, we're like, this isn't. It's not an important part of the game, but nonetheless, it is part of it that you can enjoy.
I mean, I could dig it.
I mean, yeah, I'm really intrigued. You know,
I dig
it looks like it's putting a couple genres together too. Because I remember, like, it feels like a real time strategy too, almost.
Yeah, it does, and that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
This is Gearbox,
Yeah.
makers of Borderlands, games we loved.
Which you can level.
Yeah, I'm
up your
sure there's some
character and weapons
RPG. There's RPG
this
elements to
PC?
this.
It's a great
This
No,
is
it's-
PS4. This is PS4.
Well, the version they're playing on right now is PC.
PC. It's on PC. Play the gameplay right here is on PC, but the game is out on PlayStation 4.
Okay.
Xbox,
PC,
Xbox as well.
Xbox as well. It's out on the big consoles. It's out on PC. It's ready to play right now. It's actually technically early access.
Are we doing this or?
I am doing this full show.
Well, we're gonna have to figure it out because
I'm looking it up right now.
Sam wants to play too, and he only.
Do you want to just get it on Xbox?
That's
I
what
heard
I'm saying. If we're doing
James
this, we gotta
claims.
go Xbox.
What'd you get?
James claims. That's a new segment. James claims. It's like wild claims that James makes.
I didn't know what I did. What I did.
You claimed, like, yeah, that could be what it is. It's like things that you don't remember saying that you said throughout the
It's
week.
possible. Very possible.
You don't remember telling me about how this game plays better on Xbox One?
Oh, yeah, the UE4, the all Unreal Engine. But that was on Xbox One X.
Oh, only One X.
That's where they were benchmarking it on.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you
it's
were
not-
saying.
Yeah.
James
It might
claims.
be. But there, you know.
James claims.
They have
Yeah.
for Fortnite. They have
I didn't claim. IGN did, or
4
somebody did.
Fortnites you can get.
Yeah, I
they
know.
have
The
the
founders
30,
put the
the
packs,
$40.
yeah.
They
I
have
was
a
on-
$90. They
So,
have
so
now you're
explain
trying
to
to
him.
fuck me.
So
Okay.
explain to him the perk game that you how exactly.
I'm on their page now.
Exactly. Explain to him.
$90.
You could spend
no, no.
150.
Yeah, but what do you
Sam,
get
trying to
though?
slide
Oh,
it
Don't
down,
sh-
dog.
So
tell them what
yeah,
you get.
it's bundles. So there's the standard founders, which is the $40.
Right.
Now
Basic.
the Microsoft site doesn't
Basic.
really tell me what's coming on this one versus
Maybe
the
it's on the
others.
Microsoft, go to the box.
It just says about the game again, but it's probably like
You just
I
need
think
40
you just
bucks.
get more like
You're gonna get
in-game
40 out of them.
currencies and characters and shit. But
Exactly. It's resources in the game. But like you know,
That's
is
so
there-
cornball. So you're just paying for resources?
Yeah,
That's
but
what it
you
just
know,
said.
I mean,
but-
it's got the same description when you
You
go
a
to
sucker
the.
if you do that, dog.
They have the like limited
Pay the
edition
40
founders
bucks.
pack that's 150, and there's no like description of what else you get in it. So I don't know.
So what are you getting,
Suck
Sam?
shit.
Which one are you
I'm
going
gonna
to
spend 40
There we go.
and go from there.
We're going to keep it real.
Oh,
A week later,
wait,
like-
Spend
hold
over
on,
40
hold
bucks
on,
for this
hold
game.
on.
That's sucker shit.
Guys, can I
Hold
borrow some money for
on.
rent?
I know, right?
Are you looking it up? Because it doesn't say on the Microsoft site.
Gearbox.
So
Do-do.
okay.
What?
1, 2,
He's counting.
Ooh.
It's getting quiet.
2.
Ah.
I know, right?
Okay, so basically,
He's very focused.
anyways,
I was waiting to hear what you
Yeah,
guys
no, I thought it was gonna be
I was because I was like I played off of me and Saint knew what was going on.
Well, I mean, I'll keep everybody entertained while you guys figure that out.
No, there's
What are
nothing
you
to
gonna
figure out.
do?
I'm about to tell you right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so basically, okay, so you can get the standard edition, right? $39.99. It comes with the. Someone said they saw a pinata that actually comes with pinatas. There's a pinata game. That's how you get your loot
items.
packs.
Oh,
That's how you get your loot packs.
So you got to go fight.
4
pinatas.
in-game game banner icons, so you get to style yourself out while you play,
Yay.
and then access to the game.
That's it?
It's $30. You usually would get $40.
$40.
You would just usually get access.
What is the crazy one?
Like
get
they're
you?
giving you stuff. Like chill out on the free stuff they're
You
giving
say
you.
anything I wanted. I don't want no pinatas.
No one said anything you wanted. No one ever
something
gives you
cool. Give me a
anything you
weapon.
wanted. Okay, so for $60, here you go.
Not true.
Psychopath.
I know this one. No, I'm just one.
That's not true. You don't even know her.
I do.
Damn.
I'll break her
Oh my goodness.
and
You
get
stop.
everybody in trouble.
And getting me in
just-
trouble.
you just-
I'm all right.
You're just ridiculous. Rock, you can't be trusted. Okay. Rare starter weapon pack.
Is that
the
$60?
breacher schematic, which looks like an M4. Retractable floor spike schematic, which they say schematic, so obviously it's
gotta
going
build
to
them.
give you the blueprint for this, and then you'll still have to
Yeah.
gather the resources. So it doesn't give you resources; it just gives you a way to
The ability
use
to build
those.
it.
Now you go mine
resources.
everything and get them.
Scoped bullseye, obviously a sniper rifle, and the Crusader schematic. Who can guess what type of gun a Crusader is?
These nuts. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
A shotgun.
It's a shotgun. Very good, James. This guy plays games.
Yeah.
Nice, James. Okay, so
Do I get a cookie?
No.
Fuck.
You get to be on the show for one more episode.
Yay!
Welcome back, James.
Okay, so the Super Deluxe, which is $89, $90, you get all those things I previously mentioned.
I don't think anyone's going to listen to this.
A big thanks.
Give it to me. Give it.
Give it to
Give
him.
it to me. Give it to me.
And we
she
won't
got the
use
blueprint out.
lubrication when we.
You get these. It says 2 exclusive in-game defenders.
So extra characters.
You get a digital standard edition for a friend.
So you get
So you get 2
copies
games for
of it.
$90.
You get to share it to a friend so he can play it with you.
Does the friend get all
Well,
the
if
other
one of you
extra
guys
unlocks?
get that, you know,
Slide it my way.
I'll take the free game. Cause
So what does that make that? $45 for 2 games?
But then the person who forks you go, here's...
He only
here-
wants to play the
you
regular
go,
one, so.
So you go, here's your $15-20, and then you spend the rest, and you get all the perks, and then he gets to play without... You get to play without him for like 2 months until he catches up.
Or that's what they're pushing right now.
oh, so you get it like you get it early?
Look, she's laying down the specs right now.
Okay, so here it goes. Buy now for the it's a $350 value. The actual price is $149. It's the most expensive version. It's the limited edition. You get all the things from the previous ones mentioned. You get experience boost in actually all of them.
XP.
You get a giftable experience boost in all of them, actually. This is actually double the experience boost that you get from the previous ones, though. You get the rare starter hero pack. You get the weapons trap. You get the exclusive Founders pistols. You get the Defenders. You get 2 digital versions to give away. So this is 2 games that you're playing with your friends. Well, this is a unique way. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, and you know what?
Have you?
It's a game for playing
Have
with
you?
people online.
Exactly.
It's
That's my
pretty
point.
smart. Hey,
So
we could all get it for cheaper.
You could spend
with all the stuff.
$150, and then when your friend says he's too pussy to go online at fucking midnight and play Destiny 2 beta because it's limited, and then they lie to you and say that they're going to be playing, you could be like, dude, I paid for this game. Are you going to play or not? I'm about to give it up to somebody else. And then you also get legendary heroes, an exclusive legendary weapon, and 10 inventory backpacks.
And an
items
exclusive
in your
Founders
backpack.
chat channel. Or is that for everybody?
Yeah, that's for the last 2.
Bless him.
Damn.
So you pay for what you get. You know, it's a base value for the game. You're just paying for
extra games.
Extra games. You're actually not really paying
Plus
for
some free
that
shit.
much perks. You
yeah,
really don't
really.
get that much.
Yeah.
They say a
You get
$350
2 rare
value.
weapons. You get actually 1 rare weapon. That's it.
Maybe each copy gets all those unlocked.
No, you don't. You just get the
Yeah,
base
just
game.
the- yeah,
It's
that's
just
what
the
I'm
base
about
game,
to say, yeah.
which is cool.
Oh yeah, standard editions. So.
Well, I got 5 on it.
Well, you better have 40 on it.
Or else you ain't
Yeah, you ain't playing. Right?
45.
I don't know. Yeah, you better come correct with 45.
Oh, man.
Oh.
You gotta pay to play, baby.
No,
And that tax.
I'm gonna get it, but I would never pay more than $40. $40 for
You
that,
got that's what you could have paid because you already know you're playing. So quit faking the funk.
Just come with $40 and some beer.
Yeah, and
I'm just saying, if one of y'all want to get fancy with the whack
you
ass
come with
packs,
40.
dog, I got 5.
You come with 40. You come with 40. That's 80.
40 in the 6-pack.
Hey, I got the other 60, and I'll take all the perks.
See, that's a straight dick move, dog.
Well, see, if you spend
he can't give them to
45,
you.
Huh?
He can't give them to you.
I'll just gift you a game, Rock. You know.
Fuck
No, you can just buy it from me.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, that's
like,
the dick
So
move,
you don't
dog.
get any perks?
no, I was like, I'm gonna get you this
Hey,
game,
he
and
got
I
it
get everything else.
immediately. He was like, "Oh, this is the stupidest shit in the world."
Hey.
That's like $15.
I'll sell it to you. I'll sell it to you. Yeah, because they don't offer a package with just the game.
You don't need it anyway.
So,
dick move.
yeah,
There
so,
you go.
yeah, if you didn't know what was going on with the give your friend a game version, it's like, well, hey, I'm just gonna be better than you from the get.
Yeah, you know.
So deal with it.
Hey,
But
you know, you give me $40
It's a free
while I
game.
shit on you.
Right.
Oh, man.
Hey, keep up.
That's it. That's it. Right
Hey, where
there.
you at, dog?
Yeah, that shit was wild.
I'm over
dog.
here minding everything.
But
Wait,
no,
you
but
didn't get
nonetheless,
that extra
I think that's a
amount?
good game. I think that's a good game that I think we'll be playing.
No, I mean I'm gonna get it.
Yeah. I
For
think we're gonna-
$40.
I think we're gonna all be on that on Xbox. I think that might be a game that we stream on Twitch. We're gonna be really trying to enrich our Twitch
YouTube.
channel.
Enrich the
Tell them
Twitch.
about YouTube.
Enrich the Twitch.
Enrich your Twitch.
This is the corny episode.
Enrich the Twitch, dog.
Enrich it.
The plug. Enrich the Twitch.
There we go.
Nice. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be getting active on our Twitch game or our YouTube game.
Mm-hmm.
We were getting real active, but you know we had some standstills there, but we dealt with them. New games. Launch of the 3DS double or the
2DS.
2DS XL.
2DS, 3DS family, but it's a 2DS. It's a XL, so basically it's a 3DS. Take away the 3D. I honestly like that. I would like that a lot.
Turn it off.
Coming with that, Hey Pikmin.
Hey Pikmin.
I love the Pikmin games. This one might not be as well received by me. It might not be as well received by me.
Is this the first time it's on the Game Boy?
Yeah, it's on first time on handheld.
Okay.
You will play it.
On a handheld. I will play it.
It's also Metroid.
That might make it kind of weird, though, right? Will there be enough?
Yeah, that's going to
buttons?
come out a little bit after that.
September 15th.
They're going to make enough. Yeah, but this is that's coming in the future. We mentioned this last week. Fate Extella for the Switch.
Yep.
Rock, you really enjoyed that game.
Yeah, I did.
And it's coming back to the Switch.
That's why I got rid of it. I'm gonna get on the Switch.
You heard it
here
here
first. He's gonna do it. I think that's would be a good game on the Twitch, and we'll see how it shows off in its graphics, because that's actually something that I don't think has been tested.
Yo, man, and that should get busy.
It will.
So that's going to test it to like the max.
So that's going to be a good
hour battery life.
It's dead. Sundered coming out this week, the 28th. It comes out on Friday. That's the 28th, I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That is one of these Metroidvania games where it is the 2D side scroller. It's like old school Castlevania Metroid type.
Mm-hmm.
Looks very, very challenging, very fun, very simple. It is $20 if you buy it before August 1st. It is $16.
Mm-hmm. I'm
definitely going to be getting that as well. So I'll be playing Fortnite and Sundered this weekend. Pyre, Neo Define Honor, we mentioned that too.
Yep.
Rock's been playing that.
Man.
Define Honor, it's going to be a great DLC. It's going to be a great addition to the already great base game, the foundation game. I think that it's only going to expand on its playability, its difficulty, and ultimately what makes the game really fun. They're probably going to add some new weapons, maybe some new stancing, maybe something that they didn't mention. We'll see. I'm definitely going to be getting it. I'll be on it playing. You guys want to add anything onto there?
I'm checking out Super Cloud Built right now, coming out on
I
Xbox.
brought that up last week, and look at it. Check it out. Let us know what you think.
It's like this. It looks like a really cool physics running, like parkour style shooter.
Yeah.
And it comes out 28th.
It's like Mirror's Edge with a GAT.
Yeah.
Yo.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that would have made Mirror's Edge fun.
Space.
But it has like a more cartoony feel.
Yeah.
Cell shaded graphics, cell shaded art. It really looks fun though. It definitely has that style where you're like parkouring or moving fast. It's like
a Sonic map.
Yeah, it's like a
Sonic
runner.
map.
First person shooter. First person runner.
Mm-hmm.
Not first person shooter, but first person runner.
That you
but
also
you have a gun. But you don't shoot people. You shoot like objects to make your platforms expand and move, so you can navigate through them.
So it's mostly built around the running platformer. Ninja
Like
moves.
Is that how it sounds?
That's the noise you make. You never felt that noise before when you move so
I just hear
fast.
the wind move between my ears.
That's what it.
That's
it's
the
a
noise.
piercing noise. Yeah.
Oh.
It's, instead of like, that's
Yeah.
wind. But when you're moving so fast, it's, you know, it's like a tracksuit actually. You ever heard it when you
wear the tracksuit?
It's like, yeah. That's the sound it makes.
Windbreakers.
That's
why
actually
people buy tracksuits.
That's
They
actually
sound
a
faster.
mini sonic boom. Because I'm moving so fast. If
Between
there were a
your
little bit
legs?
of flammable liquid around, dude, it would be
You're
whoo.
done, buddy.
Don't wear the
Is
corduroys.
anybody getting that,
It's getting late.
Nobody's getting the Mega Man. No one is getting the Mega
No one's
Man.
getting Mega Man because no one paid to play.
Is anybody getting that Namco museum that's coming out?
They're fighting the pinata,
Yeah, that's where you get the.
and they got a
all
bunch of
the
resources.
loot.
That's loot. That's
a
loot,
lot of
baby.
loot. All those
That's
bricks.
loot, baby. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm playing that. I think I'm on it.
Yeah, I'm
already
going to
on
get it. I won't be.
I think it's going to be a good game to hold us.
for it.
It's going to be our little fix, if you will, till
Destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah, till
And then October when everything just everywhere.
Dude, no, I don't think it's not October. Man, look at the game lineup in August. No, August this month.
Yeah.
What's dropping?
September.
It's just going to get rougher from here on.
No, we don't want to.
Do you want to know?
No.
Yeah, no, I'm going to give it to you. You want it? Do you want it? Because
No.
I'm going to give it to you.
I don't want it.
I'll give it to you.
No.
Do you want it?
I'm leaving.
You want it?
Bye.
You
You
tell
gotta
us.
go. You gotta go, bro. Okay, here we are. What month are we in?
We're still in July.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
All right. Here we are. So, July, obviously.
Bang, bang.
We got to experience Splatoon 2, changed our life, Fate Extella, Pyre, I told you that, Hey Pikmin, all coming out.
Hey,
August,
Pikmin, let me know.
Hellblade, Suana, Sinua's Sacrifice. We talked about this. This is going to be a great game. James.
I mean, it looks crazy. I saw it. It looks
it's
crazy.
It's your Vikings game, but better. And it's
Crazy.
cheaper. It's great. Going to be great.
And cheaper.
Lawbreakers, we mentioned it. It's coming out. Mega Man Legacy Collection 2.
$20.
I love that, but honestly,
You already have it.
that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That they made a whole different one. They should have just added
For
those
3
couple
games or something like that?
Rock, you mentioned it. Sonic Mania. It's coming out.
Yeah, man, it got a release date.
Uncharted Lost Legacy. We talked about it coming out. Madden NFL 18. We talked about it. No, we didn't.
No.
It's coming out.
You will get a
We're talking
review
about
on
Madden
that.
16.
Absolver, we didn't talk about this. I wanted to talk about this. It is coming out. We will talk about it. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. No. Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Yeah.
Coming out. September. Knack 2, Destiny 2, Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, Metroid Samus Returns, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Pokemon
I thought they pushed that
Tournament
back.
DX, Cuphead, FIFA 18. Are you kidding me?
Let me take off my
October?
headsets now.
October? We have to wait till October? You're lying,
my
James.
God.
So many games.
James, you're
Hey,
lying
man, why are you
to
trying
me.
to take all my damn money?
I'm not. I mean, I'll
These
start,
damn developers
I'll
over
start a
here-
website and sell you the
Yeah.
games.
No, put me on GoFundMe is what you should be doing.
But I mean, I'm not doing
Damn.
that to you. But no, dude, that's just right there. September, man, boom. But then when you get to October, October
That's
honestly
my
has the shortest lineup of games, but
Triple A.
games.
they all are triple A. They all
It's
hit.
all the big
October.
release.
Here is October. This is like honestly your game lineup for a month put into, or for a year put into a 1 month. But honestly, it's 6 or 7 games. It's 1, 2, 3,
Let us
4,
know,
5,
brother.
6, 7, 8 games.
Let us know.
Forza's Motorsports 7.
Nice.
I mean,
Middle Earth Shadow of War.
oh my
Can't
God.
The Evil Within 2.
Yes.
Yes.
South Park, the faction butthole.
What?
Fractured butt
Hole. Yeah,
Yes.
I know. I tried to do that
With
but
the
you can't.
W.
Yeah.
It's like
I just
butt,
made it worse.
It's like however,
The fraction.
and then like a hole that you
Is it a Libby Wink?
like the whole thing.
No.
No,
Like,
it's,
you know.
it's-
you
But
gotta
anyways,
fart a lot,
Destiny 2
Yes.
PC.
With the smells?
Danny, shout out. You'll be playing.
Assassin's Creed Origins, Super Mario Odyssey, Wolfenstein 2,
Raw.
the new Colossus. So, you
And
literally
the new Colossus? Oh.
120, 240, 240. Yeah, you're a G. You're a G down on
Oh.
games.
G'd up.
You're a G game.
Save
You're a
that
G down.
cash.
I mean, I could go without Forza,
Yep, me too.
and I'm not gonna get Destiny 2, I guess, again on
Not on
PC.
PC.
So I guess you're
So-
$600
Sooth poop.
down right before your favorite month, which has Thanksgiving. What you got to have money to pay for the feast for your family, and then obviously money
Obviously,
to
you're
go
spending
shopping.
all your money on a video game.
So you're not going
Yeah.
to get to do that because in November
Black
I
Friday.
don't want to even mention the games.
No, let's not start on that. That's a whole nother list.
No, we're not going to talk about it.
No.
Yeah, give us the November list.
All right, let's get it.
What
No.
about next January?
But November has something on there for all of us. Crackdown 3 for most of us. Call of Duty for us 3. And then Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
For Sam.
For
No.
Sam. Okay, Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I don't
Okay,
know.
Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom.
What was that, bro?
Nino Kuni.
I think we just need to get off the air.
That's
Yeah, it's time to go.
That's the name of the game. Games.
I know.
All right.
But you wild.
Let's just wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up.
Let me
Anyways,
get my Joe Budden, so wrap it up.
that's the show. We're the plug.
Thanks
We
for
are
tuning
your
in.
gaming source. Episode 7 in the books.
The
Thank you for
corny
tuning
episode.
I'm better than you.
Peace.
DFCRadio.com